Hello, friends of Skele Vader, and welcome to another episode of Toy Frenzy.
What
Here we
is
are.
going on, Skelly? Look at you.
Yeah, so welcome to the exhibit, Skele Vader and Nostalgia. Wait, let me just turn it around. This is at the Downtown Artists Gallery in Fresno, California. And there's some of my vintage figures. You all want a tour?
Yeah,
Yes,
that'd be great. I would like to
definitely
see
want the
this.
tour.
So I've
All
been
right.
waiting for.
Our way
I
of
was-
joining you, since we can't actually be there,
Right.
I was so nervous that this wouldn't work.
It's working
All right.
great.
Yeah, it's
We'll just see
perfect.
if you shut down the stream like Jay did. When
Yeah,
I'll be-
let's hope not.
Before I do this, I got to say, guess who I saw? HP Brown Sauce Craft was here, and also Thanos Copter. They were
Oh,
both
wow.
here.
That's awesome.
Excellent.
All right. So look, this is. I'll start off with Nostalgia, or his name's Tim, and he's the other person in the show. I'm going to show you his things. So I'm going to turn the camera around. This is his Hero Clicks collection in plexiglass cases.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Yep.
I missed the ride on the Hero Click stuff. Like, I was really looking at it and really interested in it, but I just hope, I had to pass on the whole thing. But man, is that incredible to see.
Me too. I missed out on the whole thing too. And let's see here. This is just now. Check this out. This is astounding. These are his personal Wolverine comics collection.
Really.
That's awesome.
That's cool looking. I like that.
And these, can you see this? Oh, there you go. You can see that.
Yep.
These are he made these. These are ink paintings on glass.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. So this whole wall, and the wall wraps all the way around. I'll show you some more details here. You've got the comic that he was inspired by, and then the ink drawing based on that.
Wow.
These two are just like amazing.
That's incredible. Is that the Lobo one? Is that, or no, that you said that's X-Men. Never mind. I'm sorry. I thought that was,
yeah, so this is based on this issue.
I see.
Sabretooth versus Wolverine.
I used to have several of those issues, actually.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the Lobo versus Batman.
Oh, totally.
You
Yeah.
should have seen Lobo versus Wolverine in the DC Marvel crossover.
Yeah.
And we've got more over here. As you can see, this is a very extensive collection.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
And then I've got you saw these on my channel. These five baddies.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah, I love
Gave
those.
the whole making of video of them. That was amazing.
The wall of toxic masculinity is what I'm calling this.
Why does that one guy look like me? Oh.
I know, right? Oh, so all right. So I'll give you a close up of the. All right, so I've got this little. Sorry, I got this little display. It's sort of my story that I'm not going to make you all read that.
I was to say I can't read that.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm stoked about the way these little white styrofoam pedestals turned out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
they're
look
really
nice.
nice.
They look nice behind plexiglass. They look fancier than they are.
That fancy styrofoam.
That's right. All right. So, but I know these are the things that we all kind of want to.
Oh, here it comes.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So I've got a picture. I've got a picture of the vintage toy here. and then the next to the custom playset.
It's amazing.
I almost did my jacket, but I was
It's nice to see it in this space because I haven't really had enough space to really walk around this. And here's the inside.
Wow.
That's awesome.
The caves beneath Grayskull.
Yeah,
That's
that's
so
cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I like that a lot.
Thanks, guys. And here's of course, the vintage playset next to the build of Snake Mountain.
That is so impressive.
It
Like,
is. It is.
You can see the scale with the Masterverse Stinkor and the Masterverse figures here, so you can see how big it is. Am I doing an all right job of getting
Oh
this
yeah,
on
I'm just in
camera?
awe looking at it.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
you know,
no,
I think I'm gonna full screen you a little bit here. I should have done that from the
Yeah.
start. I'm sorry, everybody.
That's all right.
Now you can see it a lot better, everyone.
And then here's the most recent.
The Fright Zone.
Yeah, what really got me was that trapdoor thing you did.
This.
I thought that was really cool.
So let's
Oh, wow.
take this off. And then I'll have the Horde Trooper fall in. Of course, Mantenna doesn't want to because it's got too many legs.
He'll climb right back out.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's like my favorite part of this.
I know, it's right. It's just something real little like that, and it just brings joy.
Yeah, for sure. It's the little things. I mean, even this like gives me so much joy.
Yep. Yeah,
being
right.
able to open and close this door. And do this. Put this here. Yeah. See.
Skelly, your artistry is beyond compare, man. This is incredible.
It is. Yep.
Oh, thanks, dudes.
Yeah, this is. You gotta be pretty damn happy that you're out there with all this stuff in that gallery. I couldn't imagine having that. That's cool.
Yeah. Tim, the guy, my friend who put this show together, was really stoked that he was into the idea. So really happy to show it off here.
That's awesome.
And show it on the Frenzy.
Yeah,
That's right. Absolutely. I mean, this is now immortalized on the internet, brother. A whole tour of the gallery. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm happy for you.
Thanks, guys. I'm gonna do a slower walkthrough video, I think, on Saturday, and then post it on the channel for those that want to really walk through the space at a slower pace, virtually. So, but you guys, you're gonna take over the show tonight. I'm sorry I can't be there to talk to you for the rest of the evening, but
it's all right.
Thanks for letting me do this.
Just have some fun and enjoy yourself
for
over there.
Sharing it with us too. And like Bobby said, have fun. Stay safe.
Yeah,
Thanks,
enjoy
guys.
yourself. Have a
do.
great night, man.
We'll see you later.
All right, bye.
See you.
All right, now we find out if he shuts down the whole stream or not. Here, I'll remove him, so we'll see if that'll work.
Yeah. There we go.
Well, I removed him. Now he's still got to get off. I can still see him at the bottom in the green room here, but
well, that's Toy Frenzy for the night. Thanks everybody for showing up.
Yeah, appreciate y'all coming out and seeing Skelevators. Galleries got going on, and just see you. No. Bobby and I are going to carry the show for the rest of the evening. So how are you doing, brother?
I'm not too bad. How about you?
It's been a busy week. I managed to squeeze in just in enough time. My PTO at work came through, so I actually got the 2 days off that I requested. So I got a nice long weekend, and I only had a 2-day work week.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I just went back to work. Today's Thursday? Yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah. It's been a year so far. It's been pretty good.
So let's go through here and say hi to the chat since we got
Sure.
everybody waiting, and we had Skelly do the walkthrough.
Yep.
So we got Masterversal Toy Hunter in the chat with us tonight. Good to see you, Eldor, all the
How you
way
doing?
from Eternia.
Yes.
Sir Clifton has joined us once again, and
Hello.
he's here for us. We've got Hillian Dread joining in. Excellent
Hello.
to see you. And of course, the wonderful Duchess of Darkness has joined us.
Yep.
So glad to have you here, Duchess, and definitely enjoyed the stories last night. Always,
she's
thank
awesome.
you.
Yeah.
All right, then we got to skip down here. We've got Gamer Bud in the chat with us.
Already
Always
starting.
Always.
Starting.
Always. It doesn't take him long. As soon as he gets in here. At least they didn't call you a clown, though.
I know.
He threatened, but
I know that was a little upsetting. I try not to be a clown. I don't want to be a clown.
No, because then
I hope I don't come off as a clown.
No, I'd have to leave the show. I don't like clowns. I'd be like, oh, I'm out. Peace. So we got Gamer Bud wishing me a happy belated birthday. What's this
that's
Mr.
right.
Oz thing, though? Oh, man.
I wanted to say that tonight. Happy birthday. Yesterday was Oz's birthday, and he's my brother, and I wish you the best. Happy birthday, man.
You. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And thank you for everybody who wished me happy birthday across all of the different social medias and everything, and in different chats. Like last night on Wicked Wednesday, it almost felt like a birthday party for me. Everybody, like, I couldn't keep up with everybody sending all the birthday chats. I was just like, thank you, everybody.
That was cool.
It really was. So we've got J-Mac joining us, fresh over from the Mythic Minute, because I was with him just a few minutes ago on that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We were, well, Jesse does Mythic Minute every Thursday night, goes on just before we do, but it's only a couple of minutes.
Okay.
So I try to jump in there right before I jump in here when I can.
Oh, you're just everywhere.
I try to. Man.
You're expanding that awesome verse.
You know it, man.
Woo.
It's gonna stretch far and wide. I mean, I wasn't live with him on it, it was just him talking about it. But I jump in there and say hey to the chat.
Oh, I see. I got you.
Yeah.
I thought you were on there itself.
No, I wasn't on there yet.
Yeah, I was going to say you're worming yourself into everything.
I'm everywhere. Oh, I didn't even get to show off the shirt while we still had Skelly.
Oh, yeah, you said something to him about that.
Yeah, it's new shirt.
Take a photo of it and you can send it to him.
I will. So
private chat.
Birthday present for my aunt, says collector for life. It's got the silhouette of the Lords of Power Skeletor.
Yeah.
And that four there.
Fancy shirt. It's just red.
Look at you, super fancy.
Yeah.
Always rocking amazing shirts, and tonight you overdid it.
Yeah, right.
Real overachiever. And we've got paint. I hear you, man. Yeah, you gotta start recycling them at some point.
I actually got a brand new shirt. I wanted to wear it tonight, but I was gonna wait to have Skelly on there for the whole show. So
oh man,
I like it.
I'll have to rewear this one soon for him.
Yeah.
We'll both wear our cool shirts, and
sure, we'll try to be cool.
Yeah. I'm super cool with my level 32 mage. Just joking, everybody. I totally do that when I actually play D&D as well. The voice and all.
Really?
I have. It gets everybody at the table laughing.
That's funny.
So we've got Payne's Toy Samples in the house. Thank you for joining us this evening. And another fam member of the Toy Frenzy fam and the Awesome Verse Collecting Classics is with us.
Hey,
what's going on, man? Glad you can make it tonight. Good to see you, Ray. Nolan as well.
Hey.
He is here. You can always count on Nolan.
Yep.
Gamer Bud saying, ew, Skelly is outside, hisses at the passerbys. Oh, man.
Bud's always got something funny to say.
Oh, man. And unfortunately, Ray was trying to head to the show, it seems, but unfortunately, because all the rain they're getting out there, to all of our West Coast friends and family right there in California, stay safe with all the storms.
Yep.
And Brick something with evening, fellas. What's going on, Brick? Glad to have you. And we've got Ronald Embry joining us tonight.
It's amazing that these people show up every single night. It's awesome.
I agree. I love seeing it. Love having you guys here. And we got everybody saying hello to everybody in through the chat. Whoa, trying
Yep.
to breeze by, make sure I don't miss anybody here. Wow. Wow, it's exploded.
We should make this like a chat night, like a chat special or something.
Well, we definitely will, since we're a man short on the crew here.
Yep.
So, we can definitely go ahead and try to definitely reach back out to the crowd. I mean, I think that's something we're trying to do anyway more in
Yeah.
this new year.
I mean, if they got questions that they want to know, or maybe I have no idea.
Absolutely. Scott Baker in the house. What
See?
is going on? And Collecting Classics saying, thanks, Oz, because I missed doing the full screen. I saw that pop up when I finally full screen Skelly walking around the show.
Oh,
I'm sorry, everybody. But like
Yeah.
Skelly said, he's going to give us a better tour. And that's
yeah, it happened pretty quickly.
Yeah.
He popped in, we went live, and then we kind of panicked, I think, a little bit.
We
Didn't
did.
think.
We weren't
Yeah.
thinking right.
I even had to put the intro video on, and I think I started it like a half a second early.
No, you were like right on it. You were perfect timing with it. You were good, man. You were definitely good.
Well,
Better
it's
than
just
me.
touching a button.
That's all it is. It's that magic behind the curtain I always talk about.
Yeah, right.
So Gamer Bud was asking if the other two play sets are his as well, and yes, those are also his.
Yep.
So Skelly has made the extra large versions of all of those original play sets.
It's amazing what he does with that.
Yeah,
I couldn't do that. I know I couldn't.
Oh,
I don't think I don't think I'd have the patience for that.
That's more
I
so
would
what it
screw
is.
something up. I like make a scratch or something, and I'd be like, I can't do this.
Right, I
It's
get
just
you.
weird.
I get frustrated enough doing the stuff that I do, and I have to walk away. Like I'm working on doing a lot of stuff for the channel this weekend, and excuse me, earlier I just got kind of frustrated because it wasn't turning out quite the way I wanted to. I walked away, meant to get back to it, and I just walked away from the computer for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
It's part of why I was a little quiet.
Well, I have to say, your new microphone sounds good, at least in my ears. Like
Well,
you sound
thank
really
you.
good. Yeah.
I hope so. And so let's see here. Ray mentioning the fact that, to be honest, Mantenna has fallen through the trapdoor enough via Hordak.
Yeah, no kidding.
So true. So true. And
Until he got saved by those flowers that one time.
That's right. That's right. So everybody's kind of blown away by doing Skelly's work.
Yeah, it's
What a
amazing.
huge deal it was.
And that snake, that was.
Oh man, it's so incredible.
Yeah.
So incredible. That's the problem. When I go to lean back a little bit, I do get further away from the mic, and I know that sound quality drops. So Carol's with us in the chat tonight.
Yep.
And 3 cheers for Skelly. Absolutely, Ray.
Yes.
I agree. And we got, I would be there 24/7 guarding all those figures so no one tries to pocket one. Meanwhile, Gamer Bud's slipping all of them in the pocket himself.
Sneaking out the back door, chasing that dog that was in there.
I would have been. I would have been like, I'm following the dog.
That's where he's got all the stuff. He's got the dog with the satchel. He's sticking everything in the dog, smacks its ass, and it goes running.
Such an elaborate ruse to get stuff out, but I totally see that work. That would be the Gamer Bud way to get it out of here. Packing them all in, letting the dog run with them. I didn't steal anything. The dog did it.
Yeah, right.
Masters and Mini Comics has joined the chat.
Hey,
what's going on, man? Good to have you here. Great to see you. And Thanos Copter, fresh from the gallery himself, back to join us for the chat. Thank you very much.
It's amazing.
So we'll definitely have to tell Skelly to go through the chat and see everybody who was mentioning. You know what? It'd be easier for him if you guys make sure you comment on the video, tell him how amazing it was, and especially when he does his walkthrough, his actual walkthrough. So please, definitely, when he posts that, check it out, give it a like, and again, anybody who's in the chat who has not subscribed to Skelevator's channel yet, get on it, brothers. Get on it.
Yep, it does amazing stuff.
All right. So we've also got Ray Black has joined. How are you doing, Ray? Glad to have you here. And here we go again with the birthday wishes. Thank you, everybody. I'll try to highlight as many as I can.
Highlight them all. You deserve it. They deserve it.
I appreciate it. And figuratively speaking, joining with us as well, Bobby and I went live earlier this week on his channel.
I want to apologize. I didn't mean to get so flustered during that show. It was beyond my control, and I apologize.
It's all good. Sometimes people just go on, a little insanity snap, and you can't keep yourself from laughing. And I totally get it. I've been there before. Ray sent us, what was that? Like almost a 3-minute video straight of him being in hysterics laughing. And I love it. And like I started to laugh along with it for no real reason other than it's contagious.
I don't know if you saw the replay of that episode we did on Tuesday, but my face got red and I was holding it back like hard. I mean, I almost busted out. I tried to compose myself, but I couldn't a few times. And then you had to say, "What the hell are you sniggering at?" I'm like, "Oh man."
Well,
luckily, I wasn't drinking at the time because I would have spit water all over the place.
Well, sometimes it helps just to get it all out. You gotta just let it roll.
I know. I was just in a really, really, really good mood that night.
Absolutely.
I've been in a really good mood since Christmas.
Well, good. I'm glad you've definitely been in a fantastic mood because it's a new year. It's a whole new year.
It's like that comment you made. I said, "What's the first of the year?" And you're like, "Bobby, you're a couple days behind." I was like, I meant the first of the year, meaning that the year just changed. I didn't mean like
It's
I
true.
thought today was the first.
Well,
I'm not that far out.
Lost a few days drinking, enjoying a little bit too much of that alcoholic nog.
No, it was something different.
So, Gamer Bud's explaining he was calling you clown because you were sitting over there the other night.
I know,
like Chuckles the clown.
I know, I get it. I wasn't upset with that. I was just like, my brain was just in a whole nother. It was just a night.
All right. So here we go. Thanos Copter is telling Brick he's sorry to hear about. You'll have to check out Skelly's extended walkthrough. Absolutely. Oh, must be talking about the fact that Brick said he wasn't going to be able to join and be there for sure. And Thanos Copter took some pics and he's going to be posting it on his Instagram. So
awesome.
Thank you for that, Thanos Copter. Make sure you tag Skelly. Spread the word, spread the love of the show. And Hillian Dread says, my King Hiss and Thunder Punch He-Man are finally on their last leg of shipping. So hopefully when I get them, they're in one piece. Shipping has taken suspiciously forever.
Yeah, I got mine, and it was from BBTS, and I thought I was going to get the trilingual package, and I ended up getting the US version. Same with the
good.
Road Ripper, too. They said that I was supposed to get the multilingual, and I got the actual US version. I was really thrilled when I saw that. I've had it for over a week. I haven't done anything like on Twitter. I haven't done anything on social media. It's been different.
Nice. So Thanos Copter said the dog was a sweetheart, by the way.
Oh, I'm sure.
Especially when it's trying to get your attention, so somebody can sneak out with all the vintage figs.
I was just making a joke. It sounded funny. I thought
it did. It was funny. It was very funny. All right, so Lourdes Quinn has joined, saying, "Hey Oz, what's going on, Lourdes? Good to have you here. Thank you very much." And Brick mentioning he got his trolls from Mythic Legion in today. The Mythic Legion Trolls All Stars. Excellent.
Very cool.
So we'll probably be showing those off on the next Legions class episode coming up very soon. That'll be on the 14th. So definitely check that out.
Nice.
And more birthday wishes here from everybody. Thank you all so much. I really, really appreciate it. And look, figuratively speaking, telling you, you're good. It was fun. Absolutely. We had a blast. Talking about those WWE figs was nice. And as a matter of fact, figuratively speaking, helped get me tonight. I've got one of those Ricky the Dragon Steamboat figures coming now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. I am pumped. Cannot wait for it.
Awesome.
So, and Thanos was asking Brick if he's going to be doing a vid for the troll figures,
That'd be
which he
great.
responds definitely.
Awesome.
Yeah, if you guys if you guys haven't been checking out Brick Something's channel, go check his out as well. He's got lots of fun unboxing videos. He's got some Lego content over there. Definitely check it out and enjoy.
Yeah, I like that people are starting to do more with that stuff as well. You know, it's not just like, hey, we only the main guys can do it. We all can do it and have
That's
fun
right.
with it.
Absolutely.
I came out of nowhere. You know?
That's right. You know, it's one of those things like so many people have reached out and mentioned how watching me and Skelly start with Toy Frenzy and everything, and then watching stuff like Collectors of Power, which you had going on
Yep.
before, and then us branching off and doing Powers of Eternity and all has inspired them. And a lot of people are going live now, you know. And
Yeah, that's great.
I love seeing that. I'm so happy that, you know, people are taking it upon themselves to share this, you know, their passions with everybody, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Yep. It's like the Ramones. They go around and everybody wants to be in a band. It's like, you know, they watch somebody do it and everybody wants to go do it. It's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. So Gamerbud saying, I'm still waiting on King Hiss, Road Ripper, and a few of the newer wave before I ship out my Masterverse new wave. Excellent.
Nice.
Glad
I don't
to
have
hear it.
anything on pre-order anymore.
Oh, really? You've
Yep.
cleared it out, huh?
I've got it's clean. I don't have nothing. Trying to maybe stop, or we'll see what happens. I doubt that'll
Stop.
work.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm.
We'll see.
Touchy subject there. Maybe gotta revise the collection a little bit.
Yeah, probably get rid of some stuff. I don't know.
Well,
Stuff
you
keeps
know.
falling over too. I gotta. My goat man. I don't know why he keeps falling over. Every time I look up, he's always on his back.
Well, maybe he's in a profession you weren't aware of.
Oh, Jesus.
So John's mentioning he got some more of the new Masters of the WWE figs in.
Yeah, I remember him saying that he had 10 more on the way.
Yeah,
That was
absolutely. It
That's
was
a
a
lot.
lot.
Yeah. No, I mean even plus the 10, it's a lot.
Gamerbud saying, funny you mentioned me stuffing the figs in my pockets. When I go to the kitchen for a snack, I stuff my pockets with everything I can't carry because I don't want to make 2 trips. So that's totally. See, we knew it. We knew it.
So you stuff in the pockets with your snacks? Is that what he said?
He's stuffing his pockets with everything so he doesn't have to make 2 trips. He's got it all in there.
He's
He went
got
ahead and-
He-Man riding a Twinkie.
That's it. He-Man riding a Twinkie and carrying Gamerbud walking through with a big turkey leg too,
Yeah,
all
right.
Viking style with it, giant mug, and He-Man's riding a Twinkie in his
Yeah.
pocket. I
Got
totally see it.
a bottle of pop in his back pocket.
There you go. That's how it works.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm Midwest soda. That's what you guys say, right?
You got it right. Pop, soda, whatever. We got a place called the Soda Pop Shop right down the street. I love that.
Yeah.
So Collecting Classics saying he lost it New Year's Eve. That video was fun to post. I almost didn't, but what the hell? I want 2023.
I'm glad you
year.
did. I mean, he actually sent it to me personally too. I'm sure he sent it out to a lot of people, and I was laughing right along with it because it's infectious. When you see someone laughing, you start laughing with them, not realizing why you're doing it. It's like watching someone yawn. They yawn, you yawn. It's
Yeah.
But man, when you just get, I've had many nights with buddies where we just sit there. It's just fun just to sit there and just laugh. It's something else.
For sure, absolutely. That's just one of those things that you do when it spreads, and honestly, the world could use a bit of laughter right now.
Yeah, definitely.
And Lourdes Quinn's asking, do we do Lego talks? I just got Grogu for Christmas to put together. Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about any toys here. It's mostly Masters of the Universe, but this is Toy Frenzy. We'll talk about any toys or anything relating to toys. We've had mask makers on the show who are making masks of toys. We do it all here. We love it.
Yeah, I used to get into a lot of toys in the past. I don't anymore, so I'm kind of flat on some of the subjects, but I'm always there to learn as well.
Absolutely. So Ray jumping in saying he's got the Toys That Made Us joining next Wednesday on IG. Got a jet, but have a great show, everyone. Hope to see you soon. Ray,
See you,
thanks
Ray.
for joining us,
Yep.
man. It's glad to have you here, and definitely check Ray out next Wednesday. He'll be posting from his IG channel. He'll let us know what time and everything, and that would be a really fun show because I know I've watched those documentaries on Netflix a bunch of times.
Yeah, I watched each episode once.
Yeah. Well, I've watched the ones that I like over and over
Yeah.
again sometimes because, you watch it, but you don't always retain everything. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I heard them say, and then I go back and I watch it again, and boom, just to make sure.
So what didn't you retain with the Barbie episode?
Nothing. I've really retained
See?
nothing from that episode with multiple watches.
Oh,
But
wow.
it's
I was
just
teasing you.
I mean, Barbie's not really my thing. I know that if it wasn't for Barbies and Hot Wheels, Mattel would have definitely went bankrupt in the 80s.
Yeah, right.
So, they pumped all that money into the MOTU movie back then.
Yeah.
And, unfortunately, they didn't make that all back. And if it wasn't for Hot Wheels and if it wasn't for Barbie, they probably would not be here today.
Right.
So, Master Versal is saying that he had his Cobra Con and Rattler shipped out and still waiting on those, but still had the Shira, Zodak, and Roboto with King Hiss and Ground Ripper in his pile of holding there. Nice. Excellent.
Awesome. That's a big pile there.
Yeah, he comes all the way from Eternia, and shipping to Eternia is a pain.
I know. My sister lives down that way, so.
And just built some Star Wars and Marvel Lego with my kiddos. Excellent brick.
Awesome.
Glad to have it.
That's great.
So that's one of the best parts about Legos. Like last year, Connor got a bunch of Lego sets from Santa Claus and on his birthday, and I got him one or two myself actually.
Yeah.
And so he and it was all Minecraft Legos. So like we've kind of built out this Minecraft Lego world. This year, Santa Claus mostly focused on Masters of the Universe, but there's a couple sets that I might still try to find for him to add on to our Lego world. But I got to find more room because currently it sits on top of where my dresser is, and there's not a lot of room left there for that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't have any room either. I got to get rid of stuff.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. I was talking one of the shows we did last year. You were here for. We were talking about revising the collection.
Yeah, that was my idea.
You know what? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? I can't remember because we get into these group chats and we go on about stuff.
No, I'm just playing with you.
So, when we were talking about that, and Gamerbud brought it up this week, and sometimes you got to revisit the same idea.
Yeah.
So,
right.
in this case, we've got to look at revising our collections because, I mean, my shelves are getting pretty full too. Behind me, I've got a bunch of figures I have not set up yet. That's the plan for part of this extended weekend.
Oh yeah.
Work on channel work, get the displays up, start taking the pictures for the IG. So that's why I wanted the extra time off from work.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. So just trying to catch up here with everybody in chat. Man, everything explodes. Mostly everybody saying good night to Ray, which is great.
Yeah.
All right. No Barbies. No. Well, hey, look, we don't yuck people's yum around here, as the great Dole would say. We don't yuck nobody's yum. So if they're into Barbies, that's cool. We accept you for liking Barbies.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean I have to like them too. So now that we're finishing up most of the announced MOTU figures from San Diego Comic-Con and whatnot, when do you expect we will get some new wave announcements for the lines or Revolution trailer and CGI? It's funny because, we definitely got to bring up the fact that, it's a new year. We've got new stuff coming along. So
I would think maybe by the end of the month, maybe first week of February. I'm
January
assuming,
going into February. Absolutely.
because I think January 17th is the next Masters thing for what's it called?
Mattel
Creations. Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Well, we know they've already showed off as far as Mattel Creations goes. In Origins, we've got He Skeletor and Frogmonger. So everybody's speculating on those.
Yeah.
I still think we got a good chance of it being the Virgil Abloh second wave. Because they had said that was coming December. And guess what never showed up in December?
Right. Yeah. That fell back. Maybe it was a manufacturer thing, or
it could be.
Or it could be maybe, I don't know.
I think
some kind of
Space
contract
Sumo.
or something.
Space Sumo is a bully. And, you know, he was like, wait, CamoCon came out? No, I'm not out yet? Ha! And he kicked that whole second wave to January.
Yeah.
He jumped through.
I don't know.
Space Sumo the bully. Hashtag Space Sumo bully.
I would like to get that Frongwanger sooner than later.
Oh, man. Me too, definitely. One of my most sought after figures for this year. So with the new year coming, what figures are you excited about that we know are on the pipe?
What is coming out?
Well, I mean,
we got
at least we know those two that are coming.
what the heck is wrong with me? I know this stuff like back in my hand. I can't think. We got Snake Armor Skeletor. The mini comic Roboto is pretty cool. I'm trying to think of the other. I have them written down. I don't want to pull out. I don't want to make too much noise.
Okay.
I I would like to see that everybody keeps saying that 2-pack of those Skeleton Warriors are coming. I think that would I like those. But other than that, I don't know what else is really coming. It's mostly rumors that I've seen, so I don't follow the rumors,
Right.
unless it's officially announced. So I don't like to get my hopes up. I mean, I can say, yeah, let's get Dragon Blaster Skeletor this year, and not sure if he's coming out or not.
Never know. It might be on the way.
Yep. I mean, what are you looking forward to? I mean, is it more Massverse or your Origins, or is it Hot Wheels?
Well, I am definitely on. I'm definitely still more Origins than anything else.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to, of course, any new announcement Mattel has coming out for the next year.
Yep.
But waves that we know are coming out, I'm really pumped to get Tongue Lasher.
Oh yeah,
he was always one
I
of
knew
my
it was
favorites.
a Snake Man. I couldn't remember which one it was.
Yeah.
I was like, they already came out with them all.
Yeah, we've got that
ones
in
that they
that
announced, I
wave.
meant.
It's the Snake Armor Skeletor, Roboto,
Yep.
Tongue Lasher,
And
Hypno.
Yeah. Yep.
Hypno's coming. So definitely
with the lollipop.
That's right. And the Falcon.
Yeah, right.
Which
yeah,
is really, really cool. So I am definitely down for those. Yeah, definitely enjoying all that. Oh, man, right now. So Thanos Copter is blowing me up. I was wondering why my phone was freaking out right now. He is sending me all the pictures he took of the entire exhibit. And that is really, really awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll wait until all of them are done loading, and then maybe we'll share a couple here, some more close-ups of it. But I know Skelly's going to do his tour, and I definitely don't want to steal his thunder with that, because I definitely want him to be able to show off his stuff. But gosh, oh man, I wish I could have been there for it.
Yeah, that looked pretty neat. I like that. I'm happy for him, man. That's so cool.
So we got that coming. Another thing that we definitively know is on the way, announced by Mattel for this year, at least by fall 2023, is Snake Mountain.
Well, yeah. I was thinking figures. Yeah. Are you?
Yeah, I am so pumped to get Snake Mountain, because a lot of what I wanted from Snake Mountain is what they showed off they're trying to implement.
Yeah.
I think that's great, because I definitely was all about the idea of, they did a great job doing the original mass, they gave us the look and feel of the original Castle Grayskull, and yet they still added to it some of those kind of upgrades that we got from the classics version.
Yeah.
They definitely added more on they did more of the third level kind of deal, and I thought that was cool, because there was always what I could really enjoy from it. So I do like what they did with that.
Yeah.
I wanted to see them do something similar with Snake Mountain. Give us what we had, but give us more. Give us a little better.
Yeah.
And that's what they've shown. So I'm hoping that they keep up with that and that it keeps. I'm hoping that they get that settled and really lock in how it's going to look. I know it was very, very early prototype, so we may not be getting all those elements.
Yeah, I don't know. The whitewash didn't look so good. I didn't like the white on it, but I'm sure it's could be painted. I don't know. I'm more curious on like what figure is going to come with it. In a way, I'm not sure what they would
Okay.
come with that. Yeah,
Right, because we did get a Sorceress
yeah,
Temple of Darkness
yep.
variant with the with Grayskull, and that was the first Sorceress figure they did.
Okay,
So with this, are we going to get a? If we get a figure at all, because we don't know, it may not
right.
come
Yeah, we
with
don't
one.
know. Yeah, they might give you more stuff to it compared to figures. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
they may not have a figure packed in with it,
right?
which again, that's okay too. Like it doesn't have to be packed in with a figure.
Yeah,
I'd be okay with that, provided we get a lot of those extra elements like what they were showing off.
yeah,
So,
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
just to
we'll
jump
see.
back in with the chat here, we've got people chiming in with what they're looking for. Still waiting for Masterverse Sorceress Godlin
Yeah.
or Sorceress and Godlin. The Sorceress Lyn is it's available online. I have
Hmm.
not seen her in store yet, but she is available online along with Roboto and several others from that
Yeah.
wave. Too Bad Duncan and Snake Mountain from Thanos Copter, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Masterverse New Eternia Merman. Yep. That's one of those things where it's been posted on like Amazon in what was that, Argentina or somewhere down south.
Yeah.
It was seen as an Amazon listing on there, but it's not necessarily like, we
Confirmed.
don't know
Yeah.
when it's really coming. It may not even be this upcoming year.
Right.
Because sometimes stuff like that gets leaked long before it's something that's coming out. Mossman in Origins, that should
Oh
definitely be
yeah, I
something that's
forgot
coming
about
out this
him.
year.
Yeah, that
And
Walmart exclusive. That's gonna be tough.
absolutely,
That's gonna be tough to get.
it
I
will
hope
be.
it's not,
But
but we'll see.
well, look what happened with Panther. Panther was extremely hard to find the
Yes.
flocked version in store,
Yep.
and now you can't walk into a Walmart without at least seeing two.
Yeah, but I mean that's like 2 years.
Well, it took like a
Yeah.
year and a half before it got that way. But
Right.
hey, I can play a waiting game. I don't.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, but you don't know if it's going to come out a year and then later. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So you're like,
sure.
I haven't seen these, and now they're out, like the trap jaw. It's gone. At that time. So you're like, that's going to happen with the Flock Panther. But
Right.
luckily, it didn't. They're probably just on some boat somewhere waiting to get to Walmart.
Absolutely. So also he's mentioning the Man at Arms version 2, which is again, they were calling him more Duncan at that point. But
Oh,
yeah,
the
definitely.
Masterverse figure. Yeah,
I love that one. New Adventures He-Man
yeah,
and
that'd be good.
Skeletor and Masterverse, because those guys were looking amazing.
Oh, okay.
Shadow Weaver for Masterverse. There's a lot of good Masterverse coming out.
Yep.
So again, the 2-pack skeletons and the 4-pack Snake Men.
Yeah.
Definitely, again, it's a posted listing on a
Right.
actual reputable website, so there's a good chance it will come out this year. Talking about more Lego stuff with Lourdes and Grogu and Groot. Frogmonger, absolutely, yeah, we're definitely all about the Frogmonger. And Masterversal Toy Hunters dipping out and expanding, going into the Ramen Toys V series with Diana coming.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. Ramen Toy posted that he's making a V figure and multiple head sculpts for it too, so you can get like alternate.
I was into V when I was a kid, man. That show was.
So were you awesome. A fan of the remake?
The show, TV show?
The new one that came out a couple years back when they tried to bring it back.
Yeah, I did. I actually watched it. I actually liked it. I was kind of upset that they canceled. That's when that
the writer strike happened.
Yeah, the strikes went and they canceled all those shows, and they canceled
it was a shame.
Pushing Up Daisies too. That was a good show.
Yeah, it was a really good one. So, Payne's Toy Sample says, my Masterverse wave is set to ship from BBTS and looking forward to getting Too Bad as well. Absolutely. Awesome. He is a gorgeous figure.
So Too Bad is shipping now?
Yeah.
See, I didn't order him, so.
Right. Well, Ray from Collecting Classics, he managed to get his hands on one pretty early, and he did a wonderful review of that figure. And after seeing that, man, if you don't try to pick it up, wow.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to. I really don't.
I'm still going to try to get all the new Eternia ones. I'm not going to get as much spin-off stuff in Masterverse.
Okay.
But I'm still going to try to go for all the new Eternia because I like the whole, like, they're going back to the original concepts for a lot.
No, I get that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I was all in it. Yeah, I wanted to get it too when I got the first 3, actually 4. And I got the Zodak, but he was missing a half his weapon and it kind of turned me off. But
I could understand that.
Yeah, I didn't like the Jitsu at all.
No. That's right. You said you weren't a fan of that. I still haven't seen him, so I'm still trying to pick one of those up. So far this year, I'm looking for more forward to Masterverse because Snake Men aren't that big for me, even though I'm starting to get into them now. Revolution 2 is getting me hyped. Absolutely. Revolution's going to be huge.
Yeah.
So, and Joe Amato has joined the chat.
What's Joe? Happy New Year. Joe? Sorry, I haven't even called him. I apologize, Joe. I meant to call you and wish you a Happy New Year, and I forgot to give you a phone call.
Yeah. So you heard it. He's going to be calling you soon.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And Gamerbot said along with new Eternia figures. So yeah. Yep. And Thanos Copter's letting me know he just overloaded me with a tux, which he definitely did. And I appreciate Thanos Copter. Thank you for sending me all those because, you know, me not being on the West Coast, not being out there to show up and support Skelly, I have to enjoy it virtually. So it was great that he was here at the beginning of the episode. That's answering Joe's question here, asking where Skele Vader is. He didn't go potty. He went to a party instead, man. He's got his collection on display at a gallery in Fresno. So that is actually really, really awesome. And Payne's Toy Samples mentioned about the Sculpt Ramen showed is awesome. Yeah, really, really is. So again, if you guys haven't checked out Ramen Toy on he's on IG as well as on Facebook, definitely go check him out. And just trying to scroll through here. And let me see. Masterversal looking forward to getting his G.I. Joe Serpentor in February. That's awesome.
Wow.
That's great. Oh, Nolan bringing up Big Bad Toy Store posted that they are going to have a polar bear that looks awesome. And I got to agree, especially since a bear is my nickname. I love that figure.
What is that? What is that for?
It's its own solo thing. It's exclusive on Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah.
Let me see about bringing it up here real quick because it is really, really amazing looking. And, oh, man. It's great. Let me see if I... Oh, I got a window over here. Load this up. I got all this stuff set up for different tabs and all like that. Here it is. Ancient Polar Bear. Big Bad Toy Store exclusive. But, yeah, I want this thing. Here we go, guys. Promise I'm not going to let you down. Here it is. That.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, this thing is ridiculous.
For some reason, I had like a plushy thing in my head. I was like,
oh,
what
no.
do you want that for?
So you can see up there, it's by Memory Toys.
Yeah.
And it looks like his name is Broken Claw. I wonder which claw is broken, though, because he looks like he has all of his.
Yeah,
but I am loving this figure.
Yeah,
and it definitely looks like it fits right in with Mythic Legions. And, oh, man. It is just wild looking. Absolutely wild. So, yeah, guys. Definitely. Estimated to arrive fourth quarter. So, right before Christmas again.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I saw that Mego said that they're coming out with an Alice Cooper figure. So I want to see what that looks like. Yeah.
Oh, man. I can't wait to see that. Oh, man. And Mezco, they just dropped that they're doing Ninja Turtles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. So they got some Dick Tracy stuff going on, and then they got
Yeah,
Ninja Turtles,
yeah. I didn't pick up those Dick
Playmates.
Tracy's
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear
much
that,
as I
Bobby. I
really
know you're
wanted
really
them.
into it.
Yeah, I'm a big Dick Tracy fan, but I can't get to spend that on that.
So earlier when we were talking, this is how far behind in the chat I am. He was when we're talking about Snake Mountain with a pack-in figure, Thanos Copter saying Disco Skeletor. I would be
Yeah,
over the moon if they do Disco Skeletor. That's my favorite variant of Skeletor. It's so ridiculous and gaudy looking.
yeah, it's amazing.
I want to have Disco Skeletor so I can have him dance with He-Man like in the CGI show.
Yep.
Now Nolan will know the power of pile of loot.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could be a dangerous game, though,
I know.
too.
I had a guy on Twitter. We follow each other, and he posted his photo of his pile of loot. I think he had like 20 things in it. And I'm like, wow, it's something.
Sure. Gamer Bud's bringing up that back, with Castle Grayskull, do they cut the figure out and just add in more accessories? Because with
Well, that's what I
Origins
was
Castle,
saying. Yeah, that's what I was.
not as
That's what I
many.
meant. Yeah, I can't.
Right.
Sometimes my words don't come out right.
No, absolutely. And
Yeah.
I agree with you. Like, why do a pack-in figure when you've got now they're adding a jail cell? Like, all that stuff is
Yeah.
new. They were talking about the Bone Throne,
Yeah.
a jail cell. You got a whole second floor, which Snake Mountain never had multiple floors.
Well, then you
Like,
got the table too with
you
the
had that.
dome. Yeah.
Yep. And then they're talking about that add-on part to the little acid pit,
Yeah.
where they can fall through and then you can pop little creatures on there, which we know I'm a fan of.
Hmm.
Or you can take the creatures off and then put the torsos of your other figures on there.
Yeah.
And I think that's fantastic. That's great. Especially if if we're getting those skeleton warriors this year, have them like they're climbing out of it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That'd be great.
So cool.
I just want just at least 1 2-pack. That'd be cool. Because they're
Yeah.
not going to sell them as a single figure. So
Right. Well, I mean, it's not something we haven't seen before. I really wish like the Eternian Royal Guard had been a 2-pack as opposed to a singular figure and extra add-on parts.
well, that failed because they said that you're gonna have like the original Man at Arms face without the mustache, and it did not look like Man at Arms at all.
No,
It
not
was
really.
just them with using the same mold. They just took the mask part off. That's all they did. It's just a generic face.
Yeah, absolutely. It would have been nice if they had packed in the Lords of Power Man at Arms head instead.
Yeah, yeah, right.
I think that would have been nicer.
Yeah, I would have loved that.
Yeah.
I still wish they would come out with him as a single figure. It could be a little different color, so it doesn't make everybody mad that bought that. I was hoping they would, like they did the Beast Man in Merman.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that we did get Merman and Beastman separately.
Yep.
I wish we would get a Skeletor with the head sculpt, maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, they've still got to leave something to keep that pack exclusive.
Oh, I know that.
also
I know
get
that.
too.
Yeah.
But for me,
I'm just biased. I just want because I love Man at Arms, so I just would
right,
love to have that figure.
I want that armor, that
Yes.
version of the armor with the black fur instead.
Yeah, that's what I got right there on that,
Yeah.
that picture. If you could see it.
I can see it. I know
Yeah.
that picture. I love that
Yeah.
picture. So yeah, I definitely would do that. Thanos Copter brings up a good point about seeing the flocked Panther. Is everyone settled for the unflocked? And I gotta agree. Like I bought my unflocked Panther and I was not as hard pressed about getting the flocked version.
Yep.
I still want a flocked version myself, like I do. I've been resistant and hesitant to buy one though.
I got both, but that was because I was trying to get everything
Right.
at that when it first came out. Yeah. So
And I understand that because when you were a kid, you couldn't,
I didn't get a lot when I was a kid, so it's
Right.
like I think it's one of those things, want to
Absolutely.
get it.
You wanted everything as a kid, but you couldn't get it. And now that they've released this and you have your own money as opposed to whatever your parents are getting you,
Yeah.
you're like, I'm not going to miss a single thing. But even with this, it started off and I was missing stuff automatically. So, I mean, I felt like, yes, I have to get everything, but I've also come to terms with I'm okay not getting everything. Like con exclusives and stuff like that, for the most part, I write off.
Yeah.
Mattel Creations, I actually write off. I don't have an expectancy to get Mattel Creations. I will do what I can if I want it hard enough. Like, you know, I knew I wasn't going to be able to pick up CamoCon.
Yeah.
But I messaged Skelly. I was like, hey, buddy, can you try for me? And
Yep.
he was able to get it.
It's awesome.
So that was great.
Yeah,
But,
no kidding.
you know, it was just one of those things. Like, I almost wasn't, and I totally wrote Space Sumo off. Turns out I could get Space Sumo with no problem.
You can
Good
still
thing I
get
wrote him off.
Yeah, I bought them like within the first minute because that's just how I am, and it's just.
Hey, I don't blame you, man. You
Yeah.
know, you weren't sure if you were going to be able to get it or not. You didn't
Oh,
know
it's
how
not
hot
like
the
I
figure would
needed it
be.
either. It was just, I
Right.
think, yeah. I don't know. I gotta think about this stuff going forward.
Well, yeah, but you know, situations get better, and you know, smart spending always helps. If you
Yes.
save up for the stuff that you really want versus just grabbing everything, then you don't have to worry about being in a situation where I was like, okay, well, I can't get Eternia. There's no way I can afford it. You know,
Right.
I mean, honestly, I couldn't have afforded it even if I wasn't getting the stuff I was at the time. I just couldn't. It wasn't going to happen.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish I didn't get it now, but
Yeah.
can't go back now for it.
No.
I'll sell it to you half price or something, maybe.
Oh, no. No. We're not doing half price. If you're going to sell that thing, you're going to sell it for at least what you paid for it.
Yeah.
Even if that means it's not me.
Well, you get a friend discount. How about that?
Well, I appreciate that, but then I'd still have to figure out where I was going to put
Okay.
it. We'll talk more.
Sure.
More.
Offline.
Offline. That's side hustle talk.
Yeah, right.
So, too
Hey,
bad.
man, got the goods.
Yeah, I got that shit you need, son. What you want? You want
Yeah.
that Eternia? Try and get a little bit of Modi action?
Yeah, right. Oh, no, you're not getting the figures. I was just going to get you
What?
to place it.
Oh, come on, man. Well, I'll definitely take it for half price.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That
Half the
Modi's
price
at-
is those 2 figures.
Yeah, that Modi's worth $250 alone.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know, man, how people got excited. But everybody can make them now, too. So
I was gonna say, if I want a Modi, I'll just go talk to Ken
Yeah.
over at Kenzo's collection. He's doing Modis for everything.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it. Got the battle Modi.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I got that on my shirt. So
I love that.
my allergies,
Absolutely
man.
love it. Oh, is it acting up for you over there?
Yeah, it's so dry out here, and it's just the dust just gets to me.
I hear you, man. It
That's
warmed
why
up
that's why I'm
over
always
there.
drinking water. I have
Right.
to when I talk, I have to stay.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah,
I get you. I drink coffee, which is probably like the worst thing you could do for talking, but considering like how often I'm talking,
Yep.
you know, I think coffee doesn't bother me like that. I don't seem to have the same problems everybody else has with coffee.
Yeah, I don't have too much. I can't drink too much of it, but I drink a couple cups in the morning. This week, man, it's just I think my blood pressure's been up. I've just been like so excited.
So, Thanos Copter's mentioning, too bad isn't up for order anywhere. Apparently, it's a Target exclusive, and that is
Oh,
right.
okay.
And it is a Target exclusive.
Gotcha.
Duncan is also supposedly a Target exclusive.
Okay.
So that is
Hopefully
good to
this
know.
is all true.
I'm pretty sure it is. I do think I remember seeing at least that Too Bad was definitely a Target
Yeah,
exclusive.
I think so too. I believe I saw that.
And Nola was mentioning, God, am I that far behind in the chat, guys? Sorry. Yeah, that Memory Toys bear. Yeah, absolutely. Wait, they have a brown and a panda? Oh, man, I've been missing out. I need to go on a Big Bad Toy Store too.
Yeah, the polar bear is still the best though. I always like.
I know, he's the
I always
biggest and
love the
beautiful.
winter stuff.
Yeah, me too. I'm a big fan of that. The way color does, you know, the way colorway looks amazing. I agree.
It's like my favorite stormtrooper is the snow trooper. You know, I it's always stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So apparently for the brown one, they're randomly shipping people a panda version. That's interesting. Of course,
Random. Can you imagine?
I'd be so ticked off
Yeah.
though if I ordered a brown bear and I got a panda instead. I mean, I'd still love it because I love bears, but I'd be pissed.
Yeah, right.
I'd be like, I ordered a grizzly. What the heck is this loaf? The loaf bear just plopping all over the place.
Wow.
Like, my bear's supposed to be all like grizzly and Appalachia looking, and then you've got me, or Alaskan looking rather, because Appalachia's mostly got black bears.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's all supposed to be Alaskan looking. Instead, you got him like knowing Kung Fu Panda. It's really funny up here. We have this stretch of road. It's Harford Road, and an awesome little Kung Fu school. And it's called Gao's Kung Fu. I actually took several lessons there and studied for quite a while.
Yeah.
It sits on one side of the street, and then in front of it, they have a shopping center. It's the Harford Road Shopping Center. And they put in a chain Chinese place called Panda Express. And the way the signs sit, it literally, like, you can see, like, if you're standing all the way back at the shopping center and you're looking out, the sign goes Kung Fu Panda Express across.
That's funny. That's
like,
great.
I don't know if somebody was looking when they lined up these signs, but that is hilarious.
Wow. That's good. That's funny.
No way. Panda would be pretty cool. I agree. Panda would definitely be awesome. I'd totally.
If you wanted it, not just randomly getting one.
Right. Randomly getting one would
That's
make
like buying
mad.
a figure online. You think you're getting one, but it says in the assorted, and then you get whatever you get in the mail.
Oh man, no, that's
happened to a few of my friends that ordered like a web store, and they end up getting somebody else, like a He-Man or a Skeletor,
because they ordered it from like Walmart or Barnes and Noble or something.
Yeah,
where it's like all their figures are sorted, and you have to actually like look for that in the description, because it'll say in there that what you get is not always what's pictured. And I won't order from that because I'm looking for particular characters and I expect to get what is pictured, not something else.
Well, it's like people back in the day on eBay where they would sell you think you're buying a watch and you say you get what's in this photo, and they end up sending you the photo.
Yeah.
You didn't read the description.
There's that, or back in my GameStop days when the PlayStation 4s and stuff were coming out, people were selling empty PS4 boxes and empty Xbox One boxes on eBay, and they would put in the description that you were just getting an empty box. You are not getting, an actual Xbox One or a PS4. It would be posted like you were getting an Xbox One, but in the description, they would say, this is just a box of. And it's funny. I'm sitting here realizing we rushed on so quickly. I never actually turned on my lighting so people could see.
I thought you were just trying to get some mood going.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? If we're trying to set the mood, hold on. Hold on, folks. Let's try to set the mood a little here. Ooh. Hit that dimmer switch. Ooh. Think I hit it too far. There we go. I think my camera's compensating for the lack of light.
Yeah.
So I couldn't get it dim enough. But
that's all right.
I got a dimmer switch, because that's awesome.
It's cool.
Sets the mood. Yeah, guys, I guess this is that first official episode of Snake Mountain After Dark.
All right. You gotta get the mood. You got the music. Gotta get that mood music going.
Brown chicken, brown cow. So we got Jeremy James DeWitt has joined us. Excellent. Hey. Good to have you, man. Thank you for jumping into the chat and joining us for the show here. Appreciate it. Yeah, cool. Let's see. I also wonder if we get a Mysteries of Grayskull set for the Snake Mountain as well. Oh, that would be kind of neat. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. I wonder what that would be though. Like instead of the stickers, they would do something with that. But aren't they doing something like that already?
Well, I mean, we're getting a lot of extras with it that were never included in the original. So it's kind of like we're getting that already. But it'd be nice to just see if we could get some add-ons. But everything that we saw, none of that's finalized.
Yeah.
So, by the way, Joe's saying he left you a message you might want to listen to live.
I have to listen to it first.
I'm a little scared now.
Yeah, right.
I mean, if you want to listen to it, you can mute your mic. I'll carry the show for a bit by myself. I can do that.
Yeah, I don't do like that surprise stuff, man. That's just no way. 10 seconds. Just give me a second.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Do it. I'll just keep going with reading and following along with the chat here. So Nolan straight up saying that's why he got both, and I'm assuming he's talking about the panda and the grizzly, which is great. Flocked Panther is on clearance for $12 here at a local store of mine, and they have a bunch of it. Sir Clifton, if you could send me a message offline, that seems reasonable. Yeah, I write off Khan and Mattel Creations exclusives, which is why Grizzlord gutted me. So thankful I got him now. But not having him was not having a part of the must-have figs. So why continue? I agree. I was a little. I totally get that the whole Grizzlord thing still got me really angry taste. Like I get they say it's more expensive to put the fur on the figure and everything. I get that, but the fact that he is like a main character and they were like, nope, you'll only get him from Mattel Creations. But I feel that they did a decent job doing the second sale and then doing a made to order weekend. I think that was really cool of them, and I'm glad they did it. So Nolan was mentioning that Modi is definitely extra.
Okay.
And let's see. Hey, Oz, did Ken ever get back to you about the Ricky the Steamboat Dragon? Did he ever get back to me? I didn't get any messages.
Yeah.
I try not to check my messages and stuff too much when I'm on live, guys. So forgive me if you guys send me stuff while I'm on live. Like unless I already have it up over here for something that I'm looking for, I tend not to check it too frequently. So bear with.
Did you want to hear Joe's message? It's safe. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can totally hear you.
I didn't know if I had my mute button on it.
Sure.
Yeah, this is the shit I get from him all the time. So what sometimes he would message me and he would send me, he'd accidentally hit like the blue thumbs up and he always says, I hate that, So I said, all right, I'm going to send you so I started sending it back to him and he's got mad at me. So I took a picture of Stratos, how Stratos looks like this.
Yeah.
That's what, I don't know if you could see that. So I send him that Stratos all the time. Like give him the thumbs up. But this is him.
No Happy New Year? This is bullshit. Where's the fucking unfriend button, the block, the unsubscribe? God damn it, I thought we were friends.
Joe's fun. Were you able to hear that good enough?
Awesome. Yeah, I definitely heard it. Joe Amato, we love you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's a good dude. We have fun like that all the time.
Absolutely. He's outstanding. We'll have to have him come back again soon.
Yeah, definitely.
That was a really, really fun episode here. All right. So, sorry, I was just kind of catching up on those messages right there.
Yep.
Hillian Dread definitely sent me a link that's really cool. I'll have to figure out how to get that to work because that would be great to have. But he made some MOTU emojis for you. So that would be awesome. But I got to figure out how we can do it for the channel.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So Toy Habits posted Duncan was Target exclusive today. Well,
I don't like Toy Habits. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that live. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, it was live. We can't edit that out now. It's all good, Bobby. Don't worry. People are allowed to like and not like what they want, and that's totally okay.
Yeah. I just don't like the whole. They see a post, let's jump on the rumor mill and put it out there, and everybody gets all excited and stuff. And sometimes, most of the time, it does come true, but it's still, I don't get it.
So Joe says, "Dang vintage He-Man guy."
I'm telling you, I'm not the one swearing, Joe. You're the one that's giving me the F-bombs all the time, motherfucker.
I like how Skelly leaves for the night and it's like the sleepover, but like the parents work at night, so they're not there. The kids, like that's what it feels like tonight.
Well, you scared the shit out of me today, saying I was probably going to be like motherfucker. You.
Oh, come on! I wouldn't leave you hanging, man. I'll definitely.
Man, I'm sitting there like for 15 minutes. Like what? I got to go on by myself. I can't do that by myself.
No way.
There's no way. I'm the more of the color guy. You sit there and talk, and I'll throw some jokes or whatever.
Oh, you are definitely the color with that blush.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no
we,
kidding.
we got you. So you could sell the panda and get the brown bear. That's a good point. So yeah, Brick was mentioning that the brown and panda are only on 5K toys, whereas the polar bear is exclusive to Big Bad Toy Store.
Oh, okay.
And warning, pandas are bears. That they are. They definitely are. However, red pandas, although they share the name, are not actually bears. So I actually think I got us mostly caught back up with the chat here, which is cool. I'm sorry if I've been missing everybody's stuff. We're trying our best, but you guys are awesome. You know, the chat always is exploding.
Yeah, it's going hard today.
So Thanos Copter definitely would prefer to get the panda. So hey, you know what? That's all cool,
Yeah.
man. Trust me. I
Everybody's
love
got
all
their-
bears. I really do. But you know, just what we were saying is if I order a grizzly bear and a panda bear shows up, I'm gonna be ticked.
Yeah, right. That's what I meant. Yeah, if you're ordering one thing and you're thinking you're getting it, and then something else shows up, you're like, "What the hell is this?" Yeah.
Ray Black has says she has almost forgot to like the video, so now she says that is all done. And everybody, I see we have at least 21 people in the chat tonight.
Yeah.
Everybody, go smack that like button and give us a great like. I'd
They're all
love
here
to
to
see
see you,
21
Oz.
likes. All here to see me. This
Yeah.
isn't even like my full show. This is a
Hey,
everybody's show.
once you're on a few times a week, everybody loves you.
That's true, and I mean, gosh, you can't get enough. Yeah, I'm all over the place these days, everywhere. You know,
I get it, Thanos. I didn't mean anything, hard against that.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, everybody likes to have speculation, and that's the one thing. And Bobby and I have even talked offline about it.
Yeah.
We don't always like diving into the speculation and rumors. I mean, it's fun to have those.
Well, because when I did one time, I posted on Twitter, I think a while back, and then it ended up becoming like not true, and then I got jumped on about it. So it's like
Right.
I'm not doing that no more.
Right. I think, fortunately for the guys over at Toy Habits, like their channel seems to be built a bit more on that part. Like a lot of what they report is definitely like true. They get some more reliable sources and stuff
No,
like
I
that.
understand that. I
But
get that fully.
They definitely like to jump it.
Yes, that's
they
what I'm saying. I don't like that. Like all breaking news, like within that second, it's got to be out there without.
Right. Because sometimes it may not be true. Like everybody who jumped on the speculation behind the Shirella with Eternia.
Exactly. Yep. And that went everywhere. And that just was a dud.
I mean, they did a whole stream saying all the secrets revealed, and she was not one of those secrets.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
So, and Nolan saying he stays off Twitter and Facebook.
Right?
Yeah, I totally get that too. Like I'm on IG the most. As a matter of fact, if you want to get in touch with me, it's really easy to get me on IG. I do Facebook the Messenger. I do that more so than I do Facebook itself. Like I'm still trying to, and part of that is because I don't know if for some reason like the app's not working properly on my phone at all. But like yesterday, getting tons of birthday wishes, and I was trying to keep up and thank everybody, especially when I got off of work, for all the birthday wishes on there. And like it wouldn't even load half of them.
Wow.
And then like I'd react to them or whatever, and like it wouldn't show that I reacted to it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so all these people are gonna think that like I'm of course today I meant to make a Facebook post thanking everybody for all the well wishes and birthday wishes yesterday, and I didn't do that. That's on me, and I apologize, and I'm saying it here live to everybody. If I did not give you a thank you and you sent me a happy birthday yesterday, I apologize. Because I really do appreciate it when people are saying happy birthday and everything. It does mean a lot to me. I do appreciate it. So thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I talk a lot on Twitter because it's easier for me to read the comments because I make a post and then I get a ton of people commenting and they all talk to each other, which I think is great. And I'll jump in there and I'll talk as well, but I'm on Instagram, but I have a hard time keeping up on if someone's commenting on anything with my posts or nothing. I don't read it that often, but I do message on Instagram a lot.
So, and Brick says it greatly. Like, he likes those guys a lot, but hey, we can all have our takes, and that's
that's
true.
fine. That's perfectly fine. I
Right.
don't have a problem with that.
The world would be a better place if Facebook was removed. Again, everybody's got their choices. Some folks like that. Me, I want to go back to MySpace. Can we do that?
Jeez.
How about going back to LiveJournal? Is that okay?
Jeez.
Can we do that?
How about the phone book?
What about GeoCities? Can we just go back to GeoCities? Anybody have one of those? And
write me a letter. I'll get it in a few days.
Yeah, there we go. We'll just, we'll do it like that old lady from the one commercial where she just started posting actual stuff to her wall.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I unfriend you.
Yeah, that was funny. That was creative.
Great. GamerBud's also saying he's been separating himself a bit from Twitter just so I'm not on social media so much, and he says he's mostly on Instagram.
That's good.
And Nolan said Sir Clifton, absolutely. And Thanos Copter saying, I tried to completely pull off of social media, but Oz pulled me back on IG. My bad.
That's all right.
Well, you know what, though? I got to say, Thanos Copter, I pulled you back, but with purpose. I absolutely love seeing what you're doing over there.
Yes.
I love it when I see you post. And, I see it, all the time when you're tagging Toy Mercs when you're doing posts and stuff like that. Another fun IG account to follow is Toy Mercs, and seeing that they're sharing everybody's stuff. It's fantastic. And Carol's saying she hates the ads on Insta. I don't get a whole lot of ads.
I get them. It's like every other post you see ads, and it's I stopped using Instagram when I first got onto it because I just kept seeing. I was like, this is garbage. But now I met a lot of people on there, so it's a lot better.
Right. I was going to say, I don't see a lot, but that might be because I have a lot of accounts that I follow. I follow a lot of like the toy photography accounts and stuff like that because I love seeing what they've got going on. And sometimes I've seen them post action figures and I'm like, what the heck is that one? And then I reach out to them. I'm like, who's in this photo? And then I learn about a whole new toy line. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, there's another toy line I don't want to have to buy.
Yeah, I follow a lot of the Masters stuff. I follow a lot of Halloween stuff, and then like fall photos and winter photos, and old Victorian homes.
Yes, it's funny. I actually follow quite a lot of that too.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's good.
Yeah. And Brick Something's mentioning let's get Friendster again, or Yahoo. Hey, everybody, you want to go into like some old school chat rooms, see if they still exist?
I never did any of that.
No, you weren't a big internet before social media. Social media,
not really. No.
Okay. All right. So, the world would shut down if we had to go back to landlines.
It's true because I work for telecom, and it definitely would be true.
Yeah. Oh,
that stuff is all.
Can you imagine if everybody had to revert back to dial-up?
No, man. I used to have to install that stuff in the COs, and that stuff went all over the place. And then a few years later, we had to rip it all out and put new stuff in.
Figuratively speaking, says he doesn't tweet. He's not a bird. Speaking of everybody, if you remember, during the New Year's broadcast, we definitely flipped the bird for 2023.
Yeah,
we flipped the bird at 2022, rather.
Yeah.
MSN
flip the bird at 22. You don't want to jinx what's coming.
Yeah, that's true. I don't want to flip the bird at 2023. This whole year is going to go down the crapper now because I just said that.
I hope not.
And Thanos Copter saying he's glad he's on Insta, which is great. Yeah, and absolutely, you do. You have fun playing with your toys and posting them for those pictures. Man.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, keep it up.
And getting ads in music is the worst. I agree. I hate that.
Yeah.
I remember dial-up internet. Yeah. Yeah, it was rough. It was
I could still hear it. I could still hear it.
It haunts my dreams.
What?
Phone rings and all of a sudden I go, no.
Yeah, right.
I'm worried that all of this is going to come crashing down.
Oh, man. Could you imagine like looking at like toy photos and stuff now, but back then you like takes like 30 minutes just to upload
30 minutes just to get that blurry picture of Shirella, and that's how it would look too. It wouldn't get better resolution than that.
Amazing.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. The IRC chats? Absolutely. I remember those.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't go down memory lane, man.
Yeah, we're supposed to be talking about the new year.
I know. We are talking.
We're going down memory lane with
1999 or
dial-up
something.
and everything else. That's exactly what Hilly and Dread said. I specifically remember using Napster on
Yeah, see,
dial-up in
1999.
99.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
absolutely.
I know where I'm at.
Yeah. I remember these days. Kind
Yeah.
of, mostly. He flipped the bird and left my stream. Oz.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right,
yeah.
man. Spend 8 hours trying to bootleg a movie. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Napster. Yeah, God. But you came back minutes later. That's right, man. That's right. I totally just pieced out on that.
Yeah.
Showing off the freaking Undertaker to me. Rubbing it in my face with all the glow.
Yeah.
Still have the burn mix CDs. Actually, I don't think I have them anymore. I had a book full of CDs. Remember the CD binder? Like you took them out of the jewel cases, you put them in the binder.
Oh,
so
yeah,
with
yeah,
you.
yeah. I never did
Yeah.
that because I always took care of my stuff. I can't throw CDs.
Well, see, that was the great part about doing it. Like you leave the originals in the jewel cases, but you ripped them to the computer and then you burned them to a CD, and then you traveled with the burn CD
Yeah,
instead.
I get you. Yep.
You know, that was the best way to do it. And I had a book full of burned CDs that I used to carry around because I used to carry around a duffel bag with my radio in it.
Okay.
And then I would just play music wherever I went on my radio.
You know how cheap
I was known for it at school.
I didn't have a lot of money when I was younger, and I had my car, and I didn't even have a tape deck, so I used to bring a radio, and I put it was a tape player, and I had batteries.
I love it.
I would jam that.
Hey, man.
I can't listen to punk on the radio. You know,
That's right. They never played it.
Yeah, I had to.
Wait, that's not true. They played punk on the radio, but it was always like it wasn't punk.
No.
It wasn't the full punk experience.
Yeah.
You may get a song or two. You may, but you didn't get the really good stuff on the album.
No.
You were lucky if you got the B-sides.
Yeah. Hey, some B-sides are great. I was just listening to Rancid the other day, the CD B-sides and C-sides.
I was just about to say, you people remember B-sides?
Yeah.
I know you do, Bobby, at least.
Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah, man.
Especially in the punk stuff. Yeah, that's always the B-sides stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. So Brick was saying one of his earliest websites was toy photography, but mostly Toy Biz Marvel stuff. That was great. Or when you click on too many wrong links and have like 10 toolbars downloaded to your web browser.
Yeah.
Your screen would be half the size because of all the viruses.
No kidding.
Way to go, Gamer.
What are you looking at?
Yeah, what were you up to back
all
then?
Those viruses.
He was getting the latest nude leak photos of oh God, who was big back in the day for that? The Pamela Anderson, whereas like her head put on clearly not her body, the skin tone.
Oh yeah, those bad Photoshop.
Doing stuff like that. Hey, but you believed it because it was online.
Well,
earlier.
That anything on the internet's true.
Yep. That was great. Danny Phillips has joined us. Morning all. It's 4 a.m. So done. How long will I be awake? But Happy New Year, everyone. Danny, it's good to have you here, man. Definitely. First Toy Frenzy of 2023, and we're talking about 1999.
Yeah, no kidding. What's wrong with us?
1999.
Let's move on from the 1999 stuff. Let's
try it. We gotta start skipping over all the chat.
Yeah. Let's just
see.
Start at the bottom.
Let's see a lot of that in the mid-90s. Well, blows me away that they played Rancid or Ben on the radio once in a while here. Yeah, every once in a while you can get some stuff.
Well, when you got the music, you got a place to go.
Corn, lots of corn, sweet corn, multicolored corn, green corn.
What the heck is he talking about? Well,
that's what he used to look at online. He looked at a lot of corn.
You could have went to the local Aldi's and you could have saw that.
He's looking at all that corn, hot buttery corn.
I got it. Yeah. That went over my head. I'm sorry. I'm usually pretty quick on that shit.
It's all good, man. You got distracted.
Yeah.
Danny's saying he left school in 99.
I was out of school for 8 years.
So, yeah, I mean, 2023, we're in it now.
Yeah, let's focus on that.
We got new stuff coming, a whole new year of news. and conventions. Looking forward to a lot of new news. In just about a month's time, we'll start hearing the rumblings from Toy Fair and everything. And I'm really
Yes.
excited to see what's going to be
February,
coming
right?
on. That's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
I
So that
can't wait.
I would assume that's when we might hear more Masters stuff is at that period of time.
Oh, absolutely. Because
Yeah.
it used to be that PowerCon was like the real big affair for MOTU news and releases. But last year they switched it up and they had more of a presence at Toy Fair than at PowerCon. And they didn't even do Toy Fair proper with their MOTU news. They waited until like everybody else just posted, launched everything and announced everything at Toy Fair. And then boom, they came around and they were like 2 to 3 weeks, like the whole month of like March going into April.
Yeah.
They were just like, here's some news. Here's
Yeah.
some news.
Remember
here's
that?
some news.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. And I hope they kind of do something like that again.
Yeah, they might. We'll see. I mean, the 40th is over with now, so I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. It is, isn't it?
40 years though for Filmation.
That's right. This year is the 40-year anniversary of Filmation.
Yep.
It's the 40th anniversary for Wave 2.
Yeah, if you want to say that. So Trap Jaw is going to be 40 years today this year.
Yeah, man.
Jesus.
Oh, but they leaked that. They let that loose last year. The 40th anniversary sticker Trap Jaw.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that's not the Filmation version though.
No, it's definitely not. So we've got the mini comic version. Do you think we may get another variant in the coloration of Filmation?
That's what I was asking. I think a few episodes back, or sometime I asked, if we thought of anything for the 40th of Filmation, if they're going to do like Filmation figures or not.
I think that would be a cool idea.
I think it would be great too. Maybe get some characters we didn't have, or just like the color versions of some of like Trapjaw. It's definitely Trapjaw because he's more pink than he is black.
Yeah.
On his legs and everything, and his arm.
Right.
But,
yeah, he's got that reddish color, that pinkish red color. And I'd like to see that. I think that'd be really cool to have.
Yeah, I would like to see that as well. I'm a big fan. I mean, I even tattooed him that color. I didn't go with I went with the cartoon. I didn't go with the figure.
Well, you've always been a fan. You've been very vocal about being a big fan of the Filmation version.
Yes.
So.
Well, I mean, it was a big thing when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I lived a block away from my school, and we got out. I think it was around 2:30, and I had to make it home by 3. And watched the credits of Inspector Gadget, and then Filmation He-Man came on. So
for sure,
it was always fun. I had to get my tape recorder, and I would record the episodes, just the audio part, because I didn't have a VCR at the time. And I would sit there and listen to it, like audio plays almost.
Yep, absolutely.
That's how much I got into it.
So we've got Giraffe jumping in finally. How's it going, Giraffe? See, that's what I like. Like we started off the stream and we had several people in, and then as we continue, other people show up. Like Danny's waking up half a world away from us, and he's all like, "Hey, Toy Frenzy's on. I'm going."
Yeah, that's great stuff. Yeah, we got great people that watch us.
Absolutely. Giraffe jumping right in with 40 years ago, the world was blessed with the arrival of Trapjaw and Triclops.
Damn straight.
Absolutely. See, that would have been neat if maybe this year they'd held off on doing mini comic Triclops and mini comic Trapjaw until this year, considering they came out this year 4 years ago. But hey, you know what? We've got them either. Well, at least we've got the mini comic Triclops.
Yeah.
So definitely really, really awesome that we do have them, period.
Yep.
I bet we get Filmation Masterverse figures. That would be something neat to see.
I didn't even think about that. Masterverse is far from my mind, so yeah.
Right? Well, there you go. If they started doing Filmation figures for Masterverse, would you be in on that?
That I would have to see how they look. I can't just. I mean, honestly, I can't say I'll get them.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I have to see how they look and what they do with it, because I already got the classics versions of the Filmation. So if they don't top that, I don't need to get it.
Right.
I'll get the Trapjaw. That'd be the only one so far, and maybe Evelyn, but other than that.
So I gotta agree with GamerBud here. I think if they did a single carded Filmation He-Man,
Yeah.
that it would sell like crazy. And yeah. It
Like
would
the one
sell
that
like
came,
porno.
is he talking Masterverse or is he talking Origins?
He's talking Origins. Like if you
Okay.
took the one that they already made,
In the
because they've already
4-pack.
done it
Yes.
in the 4-pack.
Yeah.
But if
where he
you
looks
put
like
it
he's
on a
chewing bubble gum.
single regular card,
Yeah.
I think it would sell.
I would think
definitely
so
think
too. Yeah, I mean it's He-Man. He's the main character, so
I think that was one of their mistakes that they did, was that they sold that 4-pack shortly after 2000X He-Man went live solo.
Yep.
Like if he wasn't out there on the shelf, that definitely would have been one more reason to get that.
Yeah, yeah.
But
You felt like
because-
you're buying them twice.
Right. And let's face it, like a regular version of Filmation He-Man is essentially what we already had with the retro head. Like, because that was the toy when we were kids. He didn't look exactly like he did in the show, but that was the toy representation of him, because the show, of course, came out like a year after we already had the toy.
Yeah.
But, it was just one of those things, like if they had held off. And see, as another thing I didn't think about is they were talking about 40 years of He-Man on television, when technically it came out 39 years with He-Man television, because Filmation didn't even hit until 83.
Yeah, 83.
So now this would be the better year to have done that set, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I still can't get over the price for me, though. It was just out of reach.
It's still available, right?
It's totally still available. I still
that's
don't have the
crazy.
$150 to drop.
I completely understand that. Yeah, I'm just surprised it's still available. I mean, not surprised, but I mean, it's been out for a long time now.
So since Gamer Bud mentioned about, corn on the cob, Giraffe says corn on the cob sales are popping.
We used to have Chicago Fest. It was the place where they had all the food and everything. Because he's talking about corn on the cob, it just got me thinking, boy, that was the best corn on the cob you can eat. Ooh, man. Just walk around, you have it all peeled, and it was dipped in butter. That was great stuff.
Oh, good. That's absolutely good. And Giraffe mentioning the whole crazy crew is up tonight. Absolutely.
Awesome. Yep. Yeah, we're all nuts.
Payne's Toy Samples says, well, 5:30 a.m. comes early. Enjoyed it all. Thank you for being here, Payne's Toy Samples.
Yep.
Really appreciate it. And definitely. Yeah. It's way past my bedtime, that's for sure. My alarm goes off faithfully at 3 a.m.
Wow.
But I enjoy being here. Carol, I really appreciate it seeing you here every week. Thank you. And let's see. Danny Phillips says, I was born at the end of 83, so he'll be 40 in December this year.
Wow.
Well, in that case, again, I know we said happy birthday to you in December when it was coming up, but, hey, happy early 40th anniversary to you. 40th anniversary of Danny Phillips coming into the world and joining us. Thank you for being here, Danny. 40 years.
Why is everybody younger than me? It's getting to me.
Think about it. Don't think about it, Bobby. We love you. We love you just the way you are, sir. Young at heart.
Yep, young at heart.
I'd like to see the Secret of the Sword 2-pack, Dora and Adam.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be a huge con exclusive or a Mattel Creations.
Yep.
Like, that's the kind of stuff you sell as an exclusive at a convention or something.
Definitely.
Like that. I mean, again, like the 40th 4-pack is a great con exclusive or great Mattel Creations thing. I think that's great. It's just, it was the price tag that did it for a lot of people.
No, it definitely did.
Yep. So, Brick Something's backing out saying he's got to get some work done tonight. Night, y'all. Good night, Brick.
Yep.
For all of those who are leaving, good night. But for all of those of you that are staying, we appreciate you being here.
Definitely. Hope we're not boring you.
Gosh, oh no. Here we go again with that talk. We're going to start falling.
Yeah, right.
My snores are way worse than that, by the way, people.
I'm sure.
And Danny Phillips has said the Royal Family 4-pack, Adam, Adora, Marlena, and Randor.
Yeah.
I've said that before. That is something I desperately want to see.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
Yep.
Silly as that sounds, I never thought of that.
When one age, say, look, Eldor's got you beat. When one ages 1,002 years and one tends to get a wee bit crazy and so forth. Got to agree with you there.
More power to you if you can last that long. That's awesome.
Right. It's because he takes his vitamins and drinks his milk every day, folks. Remember that.
That's what I do. So hopefully,
don't forget to brush your teeth.
Yeah, right.
eat your veggies.
Yeah.
It was a price tag being sold just before Eternia and selling it just after MYP He-Man
Yeah,
came.
2000X. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mike Young production. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I mean, there was some weird timing on a lot of that stuff last year.
Yeah,
It's
it
just,
was definitely a little off, but
especially with the prices, you know, and you had that 150 for that 4-pack and then the 6 something for the Eternia and then all those other exclusives that were coming out. And then you end up getting the stuff that was supposed to be out this year came out early last year. You know,
I agree.
It's weird.
It felt like at the end of last year they started spamming us.
Yeah,
like
that's what it
really
felt
hard.
like, right?
You know, and it all started with San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Like, well, we knew we were getting Koldar and Wondar. They'd announced that earlier in the year. We were all very happy. We all knew the lineup of waves. I figured those waves that they showed off at the beginning of the year, that was all of last year. That's what we were going to get last year. And that was going to be it. And I was fine with that. I was totally okay with that lineup. And then all of a sudden, they were just like, bam, we're going to hit you. Like, hey, by the way, guys, here comes Koldar, Wondar. And by the way, we got Grizzlor coming out.
Yeah.
We're going to do Wondar again for those of you who may have missed him.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it was like just like a couple weeks after that, then boom, here's Eternia, by the way, that's coming out. Oh, you just got Eternia. Well, guess what? The Wave Rise of the Snake Men 1 for first quarter of 2023. We're hitting you with that now. Oh, and here's this Mechanic and Ground Ripper.
Yeah.
Here's that pack. We're going to release that now. I didn't think that was coming out until next year either.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like hitting you one after the other. And then it was like, phew, at least we're taking a break. And then they were like, oh no, by the way, we got all this Masterverse stuff coming now.
Yep.
And hitting you with everything there. And it's like, guys, chill.
I wonder if they had to like make some like numbers or something, you know, for their budgets.
They did. You know they did.
I mean, they just like piled it out there. You know, I thought, because I remember saying that when Eternia was coming out, I was like, there's nothing else coming out the rest of the year.
Yeah, we could just coast. It's easy now.
And then all of a sudden, boom, 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 all this stuff got announced and then just it all shipped. You're like, what?
Right. And I agree. I think part of it was there was projected sales from the 4-pack that didn't happen.
Right. Yeah. That's
projected sales from Eternia hitting 10K.
Yeah.
Now, and when I say projected sales, what I mean is that you do projections and you base your numbers on those. They definitely were thinking they were going to hit that 10,000 mark. They were going to hit the mark where we would have had Keklar.
Right.
In their minds, they were projecting this is how much we're going to get, especially after MOTU.
Yes. Yeah, I thought
they were like,
oh yeah, I really did.
We are definitely going to hit that because we got this little moat creature that everybody got behind, and we're going to hit Keklar no problem. And they did.
I remember when MOTU came out, I was like, no one's going to like this, and I was completely wrong.
Oh man,
like, that just everybody went nuts. I'm like, wow. I was like, okay.
People love critters. That's why people would much rather walk up to you and pet your dog than approach you personally.
Oh, of course. I mean, who's going to come up to me and they're going to pet me? No.
Come up there and pet you. Give you a little head
that's
rub.
okay. No. You can't muss up my hair. No, I'm just kidding.
It's got all that product in it, right?
I'm all natural.
Hey, that's the way to be, man. I think it was all the product I was putting in my hair back in the days why I don't have any. Couple of bleaches, couple of weird colors, you know, and then pulling the Wayne static look, which by the way,
did you really?
If
Get out.
I did a Wayne static look, but
the
the
difference
difference was
see photos of that.
I don't have any.
Did you do the beard thing too?
No, I didn't have as long a goatee back then.
So you did,
I did
like
have a goatee.
Hair. You had the heat miser hair.
Yeah, I did have a goatee. I just didn't have as long a one. But
wow. That's awesome. I would love to see that.
You have no idea the prep work it took, because what most people don't know is you see how tall Wayne Static's hair is.
Yeah.
If you ever saw like pictures in Metal Magazine where he had his hair down, his hair was only down to here.
Yeah.
My hair was down to my butt.
Wow. Really? I'll tell you, I had a friend, he was in one of my bands, and he had a mohawk, a real big, like rooster mohawk. And he would lay his head on a table and, you know, put glue on his hair.
That's what I had to do. I was hanging upside down on monkey bars
Then it waved
while
a
my
little bit.
friends were
Yeah.
putting. We started off with like Elmer's glue and a little bit of water
Yeah.
solution, so it would
Yeah.
really mix in
I
good.
couldn't believe
Because
that he would
gel
do that.
wouldn't hold it on its own. We knew that.
Right,
Gel and
right.
all the Aquanet in the world would not have
Yeah.
held my hair up. And then we upgraded to doing wood glue.
Wow.
Come to find out, like 30 years later, I should have just used Gorilla Glue, because then I would have had to go get an operation to get my hair removed. And I'd still look like this.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to have a mohawk, but it was just a small one. It wasn't like the big rooster thing. And I had spiked hair as well, but it wasn't. I actually had purple hair one. No, blue hair.
I've had
Yeah.
blue, orange, green. I had pink briefly.
Really?
Yeah. I think I had. I never went like full fire engine red.
No.
But I've definitely done quite a lot of other colors in my hair back in the day. And it was mostly like, the less permanent stuff kind of all.
Yep.
The longest ones I ever did was blue and like the midnight blue, where it was black, and then like in certain lights you would see it and it was like that real deep blue.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I used to rock the long hair, like really long hair.
I went through a phase where I had the flat top.
Okay. Hey
Yeah.
man, nothing wrong with that. Flat
it
top was mad cool.
Yeah. It was my younger days.
Yeah, back in them day.
Yeah.
So jump back into the chat here. Carol says we're all bad influences because she just
Sorry.
ordered Frosta.
That's a good figure.
Hey, she picked up Shira on discount. I went to Target
wow.
this past week, and they had Shira and Hordak half off each.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I saw that.
And I was like, ooh, I can get both of them for the price of one.
Yeah, no kidding.
I put them back on the shelf. I did not pick them up.
Good for you.
And it was one core reason. I had some other stuff coming.
Yep.
If I go out this weekend and they're still on sale 50% off, maybe I'll pick them up. But I had some other stuff I had to get.
Yes.
So
Priorities.
Priorities, importance.
Yep.
So Mondo Battle Cat going against Eternia. No way that 4-pack was going to sell at that price. I agree.
That's true too. The Mondo stuff was coming out as well.
Yep. Mondo's finally coming in, and they've got more on the way.
Yeah.
The end of the year really took the fight to my wallet. It took the fight to everybody's wallet.
Yeah, it did. Yep.
Since Eternia playset did so well, I'm hoping they go deep and do an Eternos Palace, seeing they did have plans back in the day to do it, since the Eternia didn't do so well back then.
Well, that's what we talked about our Power of Eternia podcast. We talked about, the, what do you call those? Crowd funds.
Yeah.
We talked about the Eternos Palace. That would be one that I think would go into that. Yeah.
I think it'd be great. I mean, there were several times where I just pictured, you guys have seen my sister Carol, she had the Crystal Palace. And to me, that was the Eternos Palace. And if you look at it, it does look pretty similar with like that round domed kind of structure.
Yeah.
I would not mind seeing another Crystal Palace come out, because I would definitely use it in the same way.
Okay.
And it had like all that like more royal looking furniture too, whereas Castle Grayskull looks like castle.
Yeah.
The Crystal Palace looks more like a palace.
Right. Yeah, the Skeletor 4-pack. Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
And yes, I agree. I think a Skeletor 4-pack would sell out because
I definitely would believe that too.
I mean, let's face it. Everybody loves the villains more.
Yes. Well, I mean, Skeletor is just the most iconic villain, I think, besides Vader.
That's why my aunt got Skeletor on the shirt and not He-Man. And it's funny too. You guys know Skelly. Well, I do a lot of the graphics for our show here, Toy Frenzy, and I'll do graphics for Skele Vader's channel as well. And he asked me to come up with a silhouetted image for his weekly weirdos that he's going to be doing on the Wednesday or Sunday mornings with coffee. So he was mentioning that he wanted to do like a silhouette of a character, but a thumbnail he could reuse weekly. So it'd be something that should be recognizable. So like a He-Man silhouette. Because I asked him if it was a particular toy he wanted to show off that he had a silhouette of. And he was just like, no, just one you could post weekly kind of thing. And I was like, okay, I can make that for you. And I went looking at silhouettes of, and he had mentioned He-Man specifically. So I went looking at He-Man silhouette toys. And Excuse me here for a moment. A little gassy.
I don't mean to laugh at you. It's just you just.
No,
gave
it's
me-
okay. What happens is when I'm talking this much, all that
Yeah.
extra oxygen's getting trapped.
Well, I'm sorry. You
So
want me to say something?
always, you're more than welcome to talk more, Bobby. I'll totally let you.
No, I was listening to your story.
I know you. Everybody just likes hearing the soothing sound of my voice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was looking at these silhouettes of action figures and stuff like that, and there was a post on one of the websites where it was before they launched the Lords of Power 5-pack at PowerCon. And I saw all the different silhouettes, and I was going to grab from there. And I was like, yeah, He-Man doesn't look weird, though.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm looking at all the other ones, and I'm like, they don't really look weird anyway. So I ended up finding a different toy altogether and went with that and made the silhouette because it was a full color image. I actually had to take out all the color, saturation, and everything to get it so it was just a silhouette. But in any case, though, so I open up my birthday present today and I pull out the shirt and I looked at it and I was like, that's a custom made shirt because that silhouette's from the Lords of Power 5-pack. Like I
That's
knew
cool.
exactly where the silhouette was from.
That's awesome.
I just looked at him. It was great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So, I definitely think a Skeletor 4-pack would sell.
Yeah, I think so too. Yep. It would look better than the He-Man, I think. Like we all been saying, they're having a hard time sculpting his face, and
yeah, they've been having a rough go of it. Which again, Eldor here, he was saying, to be fair, he was a bit non-corporeal at the time for a time. And he did a wonderful sculpt of the Dolph Lundgren style head for his upcoming Masterverse movie figure. And if you guys have not checked that out, he's got a video of it on his page. Go check it out. Give it a watch. Give it a like. It's really neat. So what year is the movie anniversary? Because they would do a Lubick, Wildor, Courtney Cox, and the Boy 4-pack. I don't even think they would just do the Boy. I think they would do a cow. I want a Gwildor and a cow 2-pack. That's been a running joke on Mega J's channel for a while. Yeah, it was 87 the movie came out, so we got to wait until 2027 for 40 years of that.
Yeah. I don't want that year to come that fast yet.
No. Let's slow it down a little and enjoy, because again, this is a whole like 40th decade for He-Man. Like, yes, the year he came out was last year for sure.
Yeah.
But we are in the 40th decade for He-Man. And you know what's
exploded?
awesome?
Yeah.
Right. But you know what's awesome about that? Next 10 years is going to be the 50th anniversary. And if they went this hard at 40, it's probably because they realized this is our last chance to sell it to these guys while they had their midlife crises now. They're not buying Camaros and Ferraris. They're buying toys.
Yeah, I had that earlier this year or last year.
You're good, Bobby. You're
good. I know.
Start putting away some money each week for the upcoming Snake Mountain. Absolutely. And that's only supposed to be if we're going by that retail price for that pre-order that we saw on deep discount. They were looking at the retail price being $120 and they had it down to like 80, somewhere around that. So we're looking anywhere between 80 to 120 for Snake Mountain when it comes out, which is reasonable.
Yeah.
All right. So just going through the chat here, looking. Sure. I still think Masterverse is going to release a Grayskull. They keep hinting. And if they do, that would definitely be a crowdfund. I don't think that would be something that would hit at retail.
I've said this since Masterverse has been out. It doesn't seem like a playset type of line to me. It just seems figures.
So first off, Gamer Bread says he'll pet you.
Jesus Christ. No.
Which Giraffe says is going to make you blush.
Yeah.
No. And then from when we were talking about, oh my God, the bleach in his hair, because my sister helped.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm almost positive.
We ran out of bleach, so he had a mohawk of bleach, which definitely happened.
That's amazing.
And then at the time too, like I put it all up in a hoodie when I was going over to my dad's house. Yeah. I was trying to hide all of it, so I put it all up in a hoodie. It was great.
Wow.
The problem was the mark they missed. The the mark. They missed the mark on the He-Man OG head. The 2000X He-Man, the chrome swords, was the only difference in the one before it. Right? Yeah, they just did that vac metal weapons, and again, they're putting out the 2000X style He-Man single carded already. It definitely pulled away from what you could get in that 4-pack.
Yeah. Yep.
So yes, dropping Eternia before the holidays there, I felt was a wee bit on the nose, but yes, they got a good few backed. I suppose I feel backing it, say early this year, would have been better. I agree.
I agree
definitely
as well.
You know what would have been
Definitely
really awesome if they did it right around the time everybody's getting their tax returns.
Yeah.
You
That would've been-
imagine
yeah.
everybody getting
Unless
that
you've
tax
got something else come that we don't know, and that's when it's going to hit.
I can't think of anything else they would come out with that would be that pricey, except a Castle Grayskull Masterverse scale.
Yeah, yeah. I still don't see that coming.
His sister talking about Dad's reaction to the blue.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, everybody's talking about their hair now. We just went from
Welcome
a
to the
toy
hairstyling
channel
show.
to a beautician channel, coming from a bald guy.
Punk rock hair frenzy.
That's right. That's right. We should do a punk rock episode, a whole punk rock
I would
episode.
love that. Man.
That
We
would
could
be
talk about
fantastic.
music all night.
All right. So we're going to have to do something about that coming up. We'll
Yeah,
definitely
that'd be
sit
great.
down with Skelly and we'll plan that out. Since if you guys don't realize, we actually try to plan these episodes out pretty well. Like
We
we
do.
actually did quite a bit of planning for this episode tonight.
Did we?
Because we knew
I thought we
Yeah.
didn't. I thought
No,
this one we were just going to fly by the seat
well,
of
we're
our
definitely
pants.
flying by the seat of our pants, but the idea behind us still doing
Yeah,
one, because
yeah.
originally Skelly was talking about, really just not us having one because he wasn't going
Because
to
of
be
his
available.
show.
And
Right,
he has
yeah.
his show. I was
Yeah.
like, no, forget that. We're gonna, me and Bobby are gonna steal the show. We'll just run it, kind of thing. So yeah, that's kind of how this worked. And then we talked a little bit more about it, and
Yep.
we've completely gone off topic from anything we were actually going to cover. I mean, we've slightly stayed on topic, talking about what we're excited about coming up this year. But
Well, everybody's asking us good questions about
Yeah.
what we think we're going for. It's kind of what we were going to talk about. So I'm all right with it, except for the punk rock thing, and then Gamer
Well,
Bud's corn extravaganza.
all about that corn.
Mm,
He really likes that corn.
yeah, he
know?
does. Shoving stuff in his pockets.
Shoving all the things in his pocket, all the ears of corn.
Yeah, right.
Just pulling
Don't
it out.
shove it nowhere else.
Whoa. That's more for Snake Mountain After Dark, folks. Make sure
Coming
you
soon. And now for something later.
Ooh. So I have a huge wall of Masterverse pre-orders set to hit me soon. And now for something completely different.
Well, we can't say that because that's what it.
Oh yeah, I should.
Can't rip him
no
off.
copyright
I'll
strike.
get another one of those freaking voicemails. You
No
son of a
Monty-
bitch.
No Monty Pythons.
Oh god.
So yeah, Masterversal's definitely got quite a big haul coming his way.
Wow.
And oh yes, Stratos. Just
I
want to
love
throw
the
that
wing,
one.
man.
Gotta give props to Stratos. You know what? Everybody enjoys Stratos so much. Go send a picture to Joe Amato.
You should see the stuff I send him.
I'm a little scared now. I don't think we can show it on the show, or they'll pull the.
Oh
string.
no, it's nothing like nasty or nothing. It's funny.
I hope not.
No, I don't do that.
Naked Stratos.
No.
And you just go to a store and take like 400 pictures.
Yeah, right.
Was it? Have I talked to you guys about that yet? What show was I on where I was talking about it, or was that just you guys when we did our meeting?
Yeah, probably.
Where I was out toy hunting, and maybe it was my own live. I can't remember. I'm on so many different shows now. I forget. But I got real excited because I was out hunting this past week with my boy Ziggy and saw the standee that's behind Bobby right now, the display.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I finally found one
Yeah,
in
yeah.
store.
Yep.
I go over and look, and it's all Wave 7 stuff, like everything that's already been out. But I got to hunt and look behind each and every one because you never know. One of those 40th sticker guys might have been right behind it.
Yep.
Oh, man, I was disappointed because it was just all overloaded with all the Wave 7.
Right.
So if they make a Skeletor 4-pack, I hope they include the cartoon version of the New Adventure Skeletor and not the toy version, which isn't as good looking. We got to remember, they definitely did 2 versions of Skeletor in the cartoon. Because, like, at first, he looked kind of like the laser light, but with, like, the helmet,
I
toy
got
version.
that one right there, yeah.
Yeah, it was the original one.
Yep.
And then later, when they did the Discs of Doom version of Skeletor, that's how he looked later in the cartoon. So they did both versions in there. Either way, though, I think I'm excited for that Masterverse version of the New Adventure Skeletor. I think that looks really good.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that's coming out.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. And 2 Snake Mountains there for a bit. Ooh. Hey, Masterversal Toy Hunter's got some big plans for the Snake Mountain.
Cool.
Can't wait to see that. Wow, that's going to be really cool too. I'm excited to see that. You'll have to post videos on your channel and keep us posted.
Yes, definitely. Yep, definitely.
They need to do more vehicles and mounts for Masterverse before we start playsets. They still need to do Panther, 40th Battle Cat, and Swiftwind we saw on Shiro's box art. Well,
you don't know yet. Yeah,
it would definitely be great to see more of that because all we've had so far is the Revelations Battle Cat.
Yep,
that's been it. The Masterverse figures kind of fit the Origins vehicles for some because they've upscaled them slightly, but they don't fit as well.
No.
I would definitely really like to see, maybe even just, again, the Jet Sled or something like that. But I would like to see some more vehicles and stuff for Origins too this year.
Yeah, I don't see vehicles coming from Masterverse. I don't.
Right. They're a bit bigger scale and it's a little bit harder to push.
Yep.
I mean, even if you look at like G.I. Joe Classified, which is probably like one of the biggest 6-inch lines out there, and Masterverse is only 7-inch. And even at a 6-inch scale, you're relegated to mostly people coming with a motorcycle here and there.
Yeah.
And then when they do a big vehicle, it's a crowdfund project, like they did the HasLab with the Hiss tank. Gosh, man, that's coming out for people this year, and I can't wait to see that thing. Cannot wait to see that. So Gamerboat said, I had pink hair, blue hair, green hair, white, and gray hair. Wow. Well, we all get that gray hair in the end, buddy.
Yeah, I got it. Coming in on the temples.
And Duchess joining in saying that she would love that. What is it that you would love, Duchess? What did I miss?
Yeah, please tell me.
I think maybe she might be talking about perhaps Masterversal Toy Hunter doing the Snake Mountain vids, maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe when we see that new Eternia Grayskull looks like in the comics, it will have a new look and they will announce a new Kickstarter. That might be what they're waiting for in terms of a Masterverse version of Castle Grayskull. Everybody was talking about doing a Revelations version. But yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's what we're waiting for. I think Mattel would be smart if they did something like that once a year. Or even if they did it like once a quarter, but rotated brands. Like Mavs Universe, 1 quarter. Barbie, 1 quarter. Hot Wheels, 1 quarter. I think that would be really cool to see. Because it would spread the wealth. They could do a crowdfund project for just about any of their brands if they did 1 per quarter.
Right.
Anything more than that would be a bit too much. At least if they tried to, like, again, spam stuff with the Masters Universe. It's like their biggest, hottest line out right now, most popular.
Yes.
But if you overload us with it, we're bound to see history repeat itself.
Yeah, we're going to get tired of it.
I agree. So Sir Clifton has said, "I'm very glad you guys decided to do a show. That means a lot." Well, thank you, Sir Clifton. We appreciate you being here for it.
Definitely. Thank you.
And Gamerbud saying, "I will give you a ear full of corn."
Nah, it's okay.
So Carol's jumping in saying Swiftwind would be great. And I agree. I think it'd be great to see like Swiftwind. And again, since they already did a Battle Cat, then Swiftwind's doable too. There's not much difference.
Yeah,
and we've seen similar scale horses done in other lines. McFarlane did a Build-A-Horse for the DC multiverse.
Yeah.
Mythic Legions is putting out horses right now as we speak. So it's totally doable in a 7-inch scale.
Yeah.
And it's reasonable too. Wouldn't mind seeing a playset based on the early Mark Taylor concepts. That's something everybody's been.
Everybody says that. Yeah, everybody would love that.
Yeah, that's something that we've wanted as a community forever, and I agree. Okay, yeah, there we go.
I love the circle. The circle jerks are so good. I love them. Ramones are my favorite. I actually got them tattooed on me.
Nice.
I got all the names on there. I love the Ramones, man. They're just they're part of me.
I hear you, man. I definitely hear you because I grew up listening to a lot of that stuff from a young age, and it sticks with you.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah, it's part of me. There you go.
Dutch just wants to see the punk rock show.
I'll bring out my old leather jacket I wore back in high school with the spikes, and I got stuff written, and it's awesome. I
got my old leather jacket hanging up over here somewhere.
It's got the circle jerks written on the back. I got the Dead Kennedy symbol, and I got the Ramones on it. It's fantastic. I can't fit in it no more because I used to be like 119 pounds when I was in high school. But
I got the same problem. Like my jacket's back from like when I weighed like 220 pounds, and now I'm 320. So yeah, it doesn't fit right anymore. But I still put it on from time to time. Remind myself, I look good in leather. Whoa.
Well, it depends what type of leather you're wearing.
That's right. There is a leather out there for everybody. I have a friend of mine who was like, I never look good in leather.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, what kind of leather are you trying to wear? And like he was describing, like he's talking about like a biker jacket or something like that.
Yeah. I always have biker jackets.
Right. That's what I wear. So we walked him into like J.C. Penney and grabbed like one of those like more, I want to say formal, but it's not really quite the right term.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I get
that's
it's a leather, but it's leather. More. Yeah. It's not a biker jacket.
Right. And found one of those for him because we're sitting outside in the winter and it's windy as heck, and all he's got is a hoodie on and he's shivering. And it's like, well, that's because you got nothing to stop the wind. You got to have something thick to stop the wind, and that's what leather does. That's why it's so good.
Right. Yeah.
And it's a heck of a lot more stylish than those windbreakers from the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah. My friend, because we all wore leather jackets, biker jackets and stuff. And my singer of my band, he would wear this stupid leather hat. It was like a baseball cap type of hat. We always teased him about it, but he loved the damn thing so much. We went to a Henry Rollins concert. And my buddy took it off, whipped it on stage. Henry Rollins actually picks it up and says, "Look at this, a leather baseball cap. How industrial." I'll never forget that because I said, "You just got ripped on by the man you love."
Yes, he did.
Because our band, my singer, he always got into Henry Rollins lyrics and stuff, so he would write like that. And I was like, the guy that you idolize is ripped on you. And I was like, just like we do.
Totally did.
I'll never forget that. That was a fun night, man.
Yeah. Well, Rollins is great for a show, man. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was 1992, 93.
So long ago. Post Black Flag, but
but
right at the height of Rollins' band.
Yeah. That was fun.
Oh man, it's so good.
Boy, we used to have fun going to concerts.
I love seeing what he's been getting into since. Like he does acting and voice acting.
Oh yeah. Well,
he's Triclops.
Yeah, well, he does a lot of what do you want to call it? Goes out and speaks and stuff.
So
spoken word stuff. Yeah, he's pretty smart.
I saw him. We had a club Sonar that I used to work downtown, and they did Henry Rollins came out and did a spoken word there. It was just great sitting there and seeing that. That was after I was working there. It was one of the few times I actually went back.
Okay.
After I stopped working there. We ain't got no place to go, so let's go to the punk rock show, darling.
Damn straight.
That's right, man. Absolutely. So we'll definitely have to get together and do some kind of
Yeah,
punk rock
Skelly
show.
likes punk stuff too as well.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I think that would be fun. I could talk for hours about that.
Well, that'll be the Bobby talking show. Then.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
I'll tell you about all the. I'll tell you the one we went and saw the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, and they had to shut it down.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
great. What is it? Because
Yeah.
you guys started the pit?
No, because the Dickie Barrett would go and he was yelling at the security guard. This is at the Metro, so it's right across the street from Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
And we were watching it, and he was yelling at the security guard because they kept pushing the guys off the stage, like the kids trying to get on. They push them off, and he was really getting on it. So he said, "Everybody, come up on stage." So the crowd jumped up and got on stage. I mean, there was probably over 100 and something people on the stage, and the place shut it down, and we couldn't finish the concert. I was kind of bummed with that. That was a lot of fun, though. A lot of good times.
Yeah, absolutely. I've had a lot of fun times at concerts. Unfortunately, like now, especially like post-COVID, that gave me like a lot more social anxiety than I used to.
Yeah.
So I don't know how well I would do in a live setting. Now, chances are the usual remedy would definitely work for me, you know, and just have a little bit of the green stuff before I go. And that'll probably be fine because that's how I make it through most concerts anyway. But oh man, I can't wait until July here because then it goes live for recreational.
Yeah.
I didn't just say that on live, did I? Oh crap! I hope
Maybe.
my boss doesn't watch this stream.
Yeah, you gotta watch what you say.
Right? I gotta be careful about that kind of stuff.
It's there forever.
That's right. Like, oh man, we're gonna start a beef now. I have to have a whole squash.
I missed that. What was that?
So we're gonna have to start a beef now. Oh no, not from what was said in this chat here, but what we said live earlier. That's all good.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And Thanos Copter saying he was not a fan of Skeletor's face in No Adventures cartoon. I get that, man. Those eyes were creepy. Like the big bulging eyeballs that he originally starts with.
Well, yeah, because like I said, he looked like the mask with the Jim Carrey with the mask. Yeah, it's goofy.
I didn't care for that look as much. I agree. But mostly extra snake body. Okay, like Masterversal and Giraffe have been going on about their ideas and stuff that they're going to be doing back and forth for the dual snake mountains and stuff, which is great. Out here in Colorado, there's a store called Entertain Mart. Amazing selection of old new toys. See, that's awesome. You got to take some pictures and send them to me, Laura.
Yeah, we got one good store out here as well.
Well, I've got, as far as like around me, I've really got just the one that's like right here that is an actual toy store. And that's that Random Treasures place I was talking about.
Yeah.
Definitely still try to promote them because Random Treasures is definitely the hot spot for just toys here in the area in Baltimore. I mean, there's some other ones too. Don't get me wrong. They're a little bit further away though. Like in Ellicott City, which is like south of me, they've got all-time toys around there. Actually, I think they moved now. And then again, there's also Eternia Dreams, which even from the name you can tell, they're out over in Westminster, which is west of me. So like there's some other toy stores around. They're just a lot further to get to than for me. Random Treasures is close by. But we got a couple of good comic book shops though that are still close by, and that helps.
Yeah, definitely.
So he picked up a Loyal Subjects Battle Armor Skeletor and Panther from eBay.
Cool.
We'll be posting pictures when I get that. Excellent.
Awesome.
I'm excited to see those because the Loyal Subjects figures look pretty good.
Yeah, I like them. I got a few. I got them on my desk.
I can't complain. They're nicely done.
Yeah, they're little cute things. Yeah.
They should at least do the beasts in Masterverse, Panther, Spectre, etc. We agree. We're all.
I would say that. Yeah, at least Panther. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You've already done right.
Yeah.
You just got to sculpt a slightly different head for him.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people do customs of Panther with that version of Battle Cat.
Okay.
And the paint app looks good, but the problem is you get to that face and it kind of destroys the illusion because the face is 100% Cringer.
Yeah.
That came with that toy. It's not fierce. But to their credit, that's the first time we've had a good scalable Cringer face up until like Mondo comes out. That's going to be scaled well with the Mondo Battle Cat. But the Cringer from Classics that came out, it's not a scaled size per se. Well, I mean, it was scaled well because Cringer is smaller than Battle
Yeah,
Cat.
but he was real small.
He was
from
tiny.
what I
He
don't
was
have
like
it, but
baby.
I could see that it looks small. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a baby compared to like how Cringer really looked.
Yeah. Well, maybe they're going for the that Filmation episode where Orko saves Prince Adam for the first time, and then Cringer is real small.
That's true.
You could always think of that way, I guess.
So Masterversal is saying he missed out on the old Origins Roton there.
Sorry.
We'll have to see about what we can do to help you out.
Yeah, get the vintage one. It's better anyway.
I kind of like the big one because it gives me the parts from that model kit.
Yeah, I still like the vintage.
Well, the vintage is always going to be, like the vintage holds those personal memories, which the new ones can't compete with as
Of course
much.
not. Right. No, I don't. I'm just biased on that stuff. That's all.
Yeah, I was asked actually just recently while I was on Toy Connections about that. Like, when I'm looking through this box of vintage toys that I have here, because I have my vintage collection up here right now with me. I brought it up specifically for that episode of doing Toy Connections and talking about going back to vintage because of the rising price of new.
Yeah.
And it's funny how that's been a very reoccurring theme lately as far as like talk has been, because it's actually a very good topic to be thinking about, right?
And that's what I say it all the time anyway. But yeah.
Right. If the prices keep going up, what's the difference between paying more for what's new or paying a little bit more than that and getting something you have a personal emotional connection to? So he was asking me about like having this box of vintage and the memories with that, because I had a lot of these figures, these exact figures as a kid, and they've all got their gimmicks and stuff like that. He asked me if I ever had that same kind of connection or, that toy connection. See what I did there? Ken's channel's awesome.
Yeah.
But, getting that with anything from Origins. And I did. The very first time I opened Skeletor, He-Man, and Battle Cat, I was like 5 years old again. It took me right back immediately.
Yeah.
But I don't get that the same way. Like if I open up a Masterverse figure, I don't feel that.
No.
Because it's different. It's so different enough. Whereas opening up the Origins figures more or less, because they are so similar to the original ones, it's nice, but now I've got a new bonded memory because, again, special memory of my friend going out and getting those for me.
Yeah. I remember that. Yep.
It's nice. It's really nice to have. And the fact that it happened, around the same time of year too, like Christmas, it just seems to me that Masters Universe and Christmas kind of go hand in hand, and not just because of that Christmas special.
Yeah.
That's when a lot of us got those toys growing up. Never got the Land Shark or Stridor at mass retailer over there. Only one smaller collectible store got those in. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Did you actually manage to pick those up, Masterversal? The Witcher horse in a similar scale to the Mythics horses are. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Roach is. Okay, Leather Daddy. Sorry on that. All right, Lord. Thanks a lot. Yeah, we're doing that same amount.
It's the Leather Daddy.
Oh boy, here we go.
That's funny.
Joe Mato says, "Oopsie poopsie, you may want to edit out that part if possible. It's a live broadcast. There's no editing."
Yeah, right. Oopsie poopsie.
Oopsie, I made a poopsie. Oh yes, the horses by McFarlane, of course. Man, I think we fell behind, but it had been popping up saying that we had more chats going for a while there. That would be awesome. Do it, Bobby. He's talking about rocking out the leather.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I'll rock. We didn't mean right this second you had to go grab it. When we do the punk rock show, definitely.
Oh no, I was gonna go get it now.
Oh, the way you started to get up, I thought you were, man.
I was shifting in my chair to get a little bit more comfortable.
It's like, I'll go grab that thing right now.
Yeah.
In Cali, it's all good. That's right. Oh, going back.
You're going backwards.
I will want to go back to the Springs. I will try to video because it's huge. They have an online site as well. Excellent. So we got Masterversal saying, I have a few good loyal figures there and the Battle Armors, He-Man, Skeletor. But indeed, they are nice little figures there. That's right. Cool. They're fun. I've been eyeing up vintage Roton there, sir, at our marketplace over there.
Cool.
Well, yeah, for sure. If you got a
Yeah.
chance to go vintage, go vintage.
That's what I say.
Yeah. And I like Loyal Subjects. They're like good smile figures, but way more affordable.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. And I need to get another Stridor so I can make Nightmare. Yeah. Yeah. I've actually got 2 just for that purpose.
Wow.
I mean, hopefully we'll see. Again, I'm like, that needs to be on the slate for this year. I don't understand why we haven't already seen something about that. Let's go.
Yeah.
Bring it on. Give us Night Stalker is the name.
Yeah. Well, like I said this from the beginning with Night Stalker. I think they were waiting to bring him out because of Snake Mountain, because Stridor has that base that connects with Grayskull.
Sure.
I'm telling you, they're going to come out with that base that's going to connect to Snake Mountain.
Well,
with Stridor.
You know, this might be the year more for Snake Mountain stuff, or more for the bad guys, I'll say. We had the rise of the Snake Men, so it's already a heavy bad guy year for that.
Yeah.
But let's face it, if we get Snake Mountain coming out this year, we've got, again, a very, very good possibility from a reputable website of a pre-order for Skeletor and Screech.
Yeah.
So why not do a Stridor or Night Stalker as well? I think that would be perfect.
Oh, I'm sure he's coming this year. He'll be around the same time as Snake Mountain, I believe. Not saying I'm confirming nothing or anything, but that's just my hunch.
Right. And who knows? Maybe we'll see like another Battlefield Warrior 2-pack with a Skeletor and Panther, and then like some purple rock terrain. It could be the same purple rock terrain. Like we'd get it.
Yeah, we understand.
I would at least. I would totally get it, especially if they pack in more critters. I love my critters, man. I do.
I know you do.
What got me with Origins was going to a Fred Meyer store. I did as a kid with my mom to get the original Buzz Off, and then getting Origins Buzz Off at the same place.
Wow.
Just 40 years later.
That's cool.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I wish I could have that. But like back then, for me, the stores we had around, we had a Kmart. Definitely did a lot of shopping at Kmart for stuff. And we had like Kitty City, Toys R Us, KB. So like we're getting toys. That's where they were coming from, really.
Yep. Yeah, everything was Toys R Us for me, and then service merchandise as well.
Okay. But yeah, we just, or Woolworth. Woolworth had a pretty decent toy section too.
Yeah, we had to go across the border in Indiana. There was a Woolworth over there.
Okay.
Downtown Hammond, yeah.
Yeah, we had a Woolworth in the same shopping center we had a Kitty City at. And yeah, like that was great. That was like fantastic going into them. They had a decent toy section and stuff, but that's where I remember getting most of my toys from. We didn't have a Walmart in the area back then.
No,
we didn't have a Target back then. We had Best, we had Ames, and I don't even know if most of you guys know those stores. Those could have been more like East Coast stuff or just local Maryland stuff.
Yeah.
But those were kind of like stores that we had, and they've all closed up now, like all of them, and it's a shame, but that's just what happens. Businesses close. They go out of business after a time. So, it's one of those things. But I'm not mad about it. I still think it's really, really cool. And
we got our memories. Yeah.
Right. And
but it is cool though to do 40 years later, buy at the same store, the same figure. That's.
I agree. I think that would be really cool to have done myself.
Yeah.
He uses his Stridor and Wind Raider bases as floors in my Origins Castle set. Absolutely. Yep. I've got both of mine up here. I've actually got the 2 stands for Stridor, and it's like made off like a fenced off training area because you got the posts there. And then next to that, of course, is where I have my first Battlefield Warrior 2-pack. Is you can kind of see it on the end there. I need a light to actually show off what's going on at the top.
Yeah, get something there.
Well, I'll take some pictures of it, like I said, this week after I get more of it set up.
You could just set it up for when we do the live and show your stuff off.
Try. So Woolworths, that place was awesome as a kid and had a little diner section. I still remember the Dukes of Hazzard bow and arrow set I wanted from there. That's right, man. They had a Crocodile Dundee knife set. Mind you, it looked nothing like the knife Paul Hogan used in Crocodile Dundee. But I do remember I had that knife like 3 or 4 times. And at one point in time, because it was so huge, I used it as a He-Man power sword.
Oh wow.
Like, I mean, in my mind as a kid, that thing had to have been like this huge. Like, it was massive.
Yeah.
And like, even the sheath it came in was huge, like a sword sheath. It actually kind of looked like the one that he had on Filmation, the scabbard on his back. It
Yeah.
kind of looked like that. And like, it's made out of cheap plastic though, and it broke very easily anytime I tried to play with it. Like, pretty heavy, like hit stuff with it or something.
Yeah.
So my mom bought it for me like 3 or 4 times back then, and then we couldn't find it anymore. I also had that really awesome Sword of Omens that they
Okay.
had back then.
Yeah.
Oh man, I miss that thing. I broke that.
I didn't
like
have any
twice.
Thundercat stuff.
I had a couple. I didn't have as much Thundercats as I did He-Man.
I actually didn't even like the cartoon when I was a kid.
Oh yeah,
It was just, I don't know what it came out, what, 86?
yeah. It came
85?
out. It came out like after the height of Masters Universe.
Yeah, yeah.
It was trying to fill that wave or that void that was left after. Like, we weren't getting new episodes, of course, after the first 2 years. Like, after 83, you didn't get new episodes of Masters of the Universe. It only went 82 and 83. Or 83 and 84. I'm sorry. It was 83 and 84. And then 85 is when we got She-Ra.
Right.
85 and 86.
Yeah, we finished 85. Well, beginning of 85 was the final of Filmation.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had 85 into 86. Yeah. And 80. Yeah. For She-Ra.
Right. All the way up until we got the 87 movie.
But there was so many cartoons that came out in 85, 86 that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, even just by the same company that did Thundercats, too. Like, they did Silverhawks and Tiger Sharks. And
I wasn't a big Silverhawks fan either.
I enjoyed the cartoon. I remember not liking the toys as much. I had several of them, but I remembered not liking them as much. But again, I was like trying to compare everything to my Masters Universe toys, and nothing was like proper scaling with them.
Got it.
So, like the LJN, they had the Thundercats, and the Thundercats were taller. I wanted them to scale with my He-Man.
Right.
My wrestling figures, I wanted them to scale with my He-Man, but they wouldn't.
Yeah.
And even later, like, I wanted my Ninja Turtles to scale with my He-Man, and they wouldn't. They just all different scales back then. Like, there was no uniformity. It was one of those things where I did enjoy the Primal Age Thundercats that John was showing off on his channel, because they scale with the Masters of the Universe figures.
Okay.
But now we've got Origins with all this extended articulation, so they're like slightly off.
Yeah.
But for vintage, they're perfect. So Masterversal saying he uses Stridor clear stand to prop him up as sort of a rearing up pose support there. Sorry. Yeah. Down at the lower shelves is where I've got kind of my garage. I've got a war sled on that side with Cronus on it. Then I have Jitsu sitting in the Land Shark. In the middle there is the Wind Raider with Zodak flying above everybody. And then Stridor's next to that with Fisto in it, of course.
Oh.
And at the back end here, I've got the mustacheless man-at-arms riding on the jet sled, because I made sure to pick up 2 of them, so that way I could display both. All right. So Ray Blacks asked, do you guys, Oz and Bobby, and everyone else only collect MOTU figures, or is there other figures in your collection? I ask because I started mine a while ago and don't have a MOTU figure yet, but will soon.
Okay.
Bobby, you go first, because I know you actually have an extensive collection.
Yeah, I had a lot of stuff, but I got rid of a lot of things. I do have a Planet of the Apes collection. I love that. I have the vintage Mego, new Mego, and I have the NECA stuff and the Medicom figures as well. I have. I'm sorry, I'm looking around because I got stuff. Black Star, I have. I got a whole mask collection. I got all the little figures, the vintage figures.
Very nice.
I got 2 vehicles of that as well. And then what else I got? I got some Tron figures. I got vintage and new. I got the not Universal, the Serial Monsters.
Yeah.
And then I have a whole set of I packed them away, but I have a whole set of Universal Monster figures from back in the day. I have some Munsters stuff, and I got Star Wars crap as well. I want to get rid of all that, except for my vintage Star Wars stuff. And I can't think of what else I got. Oh, Tron. Oh, not Tron. I said Tron. I got a couple of the black hole figures. I think that's about it. I I don't try to get. Oh, I got a whole set of Dick Tracy stuff. I forget. I can't believe I forgot that. Yeah, but that's about it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So for me, you know, I've had several collections over the years and had to get rid of it for one reason or another. At certain points of times, it's like I've had huge collections of Star Wars figures and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But currently, collections that I own, a lot of what I have is in boxes downstairs because I just don't have any place to display. So everybody knows, I've talked about it before, I'm a huge Venom fan. So I actually had that Diamond Selects Venom figure that came out a couple years back. Love that figure. I've even got the Marvel Selects anti-Venom figure as well. So I have like just that small collection of Venom stuff. I also have a Venom and a Carnage pop figure. Somebody gifted me the Venom figure because it was a Walgreens exclusive, and I didn't even know Walgreens got exclusive figures until then. But they do.
Yeah, right.
They get
Yeah,
exclusive
they do.
stuff.
Yeah, they had exclusive Tron figures.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
no idea they did. So, you know, guys, make sure you keep an eye on Walgreens. They got some exclusives. But yeah, other than that, I do have downstairs NECA Aliens and Predator, as well as some Terminator stuff that I got in a couple of lots when I was trying to build my Hive versus Space Marines diorama set. So that stuff's downstairs in a box. I have a very small Star Wars collection these days because I had to get rid of most of it because of mold, sadly.
I'll send you all mine.
Oh, thanks. So I keep it in a box. And
But they're not moldy.
Hey, that's good. That's good at least.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of, when I get a new place, then I'll start to have room to display more of my stuff. I have a bunch of the McFarlane Halo figures too, because I was huge into Halo, and we used to sell them at GameStop. So I have like entire boxes of them because I buy tons of them.
Yeah.
So I've got all of that downstairs packed away in boxes. I have a very small vintage TMNT collection that was actually part of the same vintage collection I got most of these Masters Universe stuff. But as far as like buying new stuff right now, collection is basically Masters Universe. I'm expanding slightly into Mythic Legions as I've been getting into that a little bit more. And also, of course, I got gifted some Marvel Legends figures, and it's the Age of Apocalypse stuff, which I really, really enjoy. Age of Apocalypse, like that was my favorite X-Men line from the 90s. And yeah, because of that, I'm thinking about finishing up collecting those waves, at least the Age of Apocalypse waves. I'm not going to go all in on Marvel Legends. They are way too expensive. But some of the ones I'm looking for, you can actually kind of find on the cheap. They're not too bad. So I'm definitely planning on trying to finish out those ones. Like there's like one or two big expensive figures per wave. But that's really the extent of my collections right now. I don't have much outside of that. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
you know, I'm totally okay with it. I like to keep more of a focused collection in a lot of ways because it definitely, I'm not having to try and pick and choose what I want to spend my money on if I'm going all in on like one. Like again, even when it comes to Masters Universe, for me personally, I stick to Origins. And I didn't want to get into Masterverse, but I really like the new Eternia. So when I look at Masterverse, I'm kind of staying in that lane, only getting new Eternia, with an exception here and there for like the 40th anniversary He-Man. Version 2 of Tila from Revelations, because I think she's a gorgeous looking figure and I really like that. So just going here and trying to get back into the chat. So yeah, earlier, Hillian Dread said he remembers Service merchandise before they went out of business and actually picked up a Pog set from there. You guys remember Pogs? Or milk caps, depending on what you remember. It was just that. It was milk caps.
Okay.
And you used to like stack them up, and then you would hit them with like your slammers, which were like thicker and made of like more dense plastic instead of like the milk cap. And you would hit it, and whatever things would fall out or whatever you could collect and like basically trade and stuff like that. They had all different kinds. They were real big in like the mid 90s.
Yeah.
So Master Versal saying they have a Woolworths here, but it's more of a grocery supermarket store chain, like a Pack and Save, New World, Countdown, Fresh Choice, Foursquare, name a few there. So Woolworths still exists, just different.
So when you guys go get meat and stuff, like say like lunch meat, you guys still say give me a fist of instead, because we go like by pound. I know like my sister, she lives in Australia. They say they give me a fist of like ham or something. It's weird.
That's kind of cool, but I get it because like when you're slicing it, they catch it in their hand.
Yeah.
And you get a fist of it. Makes sense to me.
Yeah. Give me a fist of meat.
I mean, I'm all about having a fist of meat. Just eat it like that. So Ray Black saying, I have my custom Venom and Carnage, the Boondock Saints, Pennywise, Daddy Goldblum, and Indiana Jones. I'm glad to see somebody else caught on with the Daddy Goldblum name. That's great.
Well, I forgot I had Hellraiser figures as well.
Nice.
I got the original 4 from NECA. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. And that's all you really need. Those original 4.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're the best ones.
Yeah. What was it? Butterball, Chatterer, the female Cenobite, as she didn't actually have a name.
Right.
And then, Pinhead. Like, as long as you got those, it's great. Heck, like, most of them that came out after that anyway are, like, alternate versions of them anyhow.
Yeah.
Like, they've redone Chatterer 3 different times, like, between a dog and other versions of him.
Yeah.
Danny Phillips says that's why I like the Golden Girl line and MOTU knockoffs, because they scaled with MOTU and Princess Power. That's right.
Cool. Yeah.
And also a tiny figure of the Cloud from the Trolls movie. That Cloud was kind of funny. I've got a lot of non-MOTU stuff, but mostly sword and sorcery kind of vibe. Absolutely. Yeah, I've always I like those more than I like a lot of other toys.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe is one of those exceptions where I've like dabbled in, but I've never gone crazy into G.I. Joe. But that's just because they had a lot of neat looking stuff, and I love the Dreadnoks. Like I'd buy those just to have the Dreadnoks.
Oh, Dreadnoks are the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the Dreadnoks.
Hey, oh man, Cold Slither, the band.
Yeah, right. That was a great episode, man.
It was. It's such a good one. Like I want that version of Zard.
Yeah.
Dreadnoughts, like
I tell you, that G.I. Joe cartoon is one of my favorites because it is so good. It is.
It was a lot of fun.
I love watching. I still watch it. It's
good.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. I mean, it was really well written. It's a great cartoon.
Yep. And love me some Mego vintage and new. Gotta agree.
Yeah.
Mego's fun. And again, they did 1,000 different properties and they all scale with each other.
Yes. Yep.
Hard to beat that.
Right.
Ray Black's commending you on your collection. Holy crap, Bobby.
I appreciate that. Yeah. I'm trying to get rid of a lot of it, so we'll see where it goes from now.
Yeah, we're collectors and you curate the collection, and sometimes that means certain stuff has to leave. I mean, you really don't want to get rid of any of it, but at the same point in time, I was talking with Gamer Bud and we were discussing, because he's getting so much, he was, looking at having to possibly get rid of some figures.
Yeah.
And
it happens to everybody. Yeah.
I told him, I was like, well, grab 2 boxes and, just kind of go through and look at a figure and be like, do you feel something when you hold this? Does it bring you joy? Does it make you happy? Or do you just kind of not feel anything at all? And then look at this other one. And if you feel something from that figure, well, maybe you don't display it right now because you're going to display something else, but put it in this box. This other figure you feel nothing with, put it in that box. And then that box you can put on maybe I'll sell it. The other box is just store it until I have a new place to put it. And sometimes that may not happen.
Right.
But be careful, because that's how you end up with mold.
Yeah.
I collected the Mighty Morphin and Zeo Lightning Collection figures, but now they're remastering Lightning Collection, so may never get a single carded Zeo Pink to match the rest, which is a bummer. I'm sorry to hear that, Hilly and Dread. I have
Yeah.
not kept up with Hasbro's Lightning Collection.
Mm-mm.
Thanos Copter was saying he has some Star Wars, Transformers, and anime figures, and Rick and Morty's. Yeah, Rick and Morty made a recent appearance in one of his pictures he took just recently. So Giraffe answered and said he has things from G.I. Joe and Transformers as well. But with those lines, I only get the characters I like the most. MOTU Origins,
Makes
he's
sense.
treating them like Pokemon. Got to
Yep.
catch them all.
Yep.
And Conan, Usagi Yojimbo, and Tyranitar have some cameos on my shelves. Nice. Usagi Yojimbo was always kind of cool. Samurai Rabbit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I didn't know too much about that. Yeah, but I know what you're talking about. I've seen it. Yeah.
Well, because he was his own separate comic, and then he popped up in the Playmates and Ninja Turtle toys, and was like, "Oh, that's awesome." And of course, Conan. I mean, I'm sorry, Conan's great. Still got to make my Conan custom for Origins. Yes, Ray, I collect many lines there. Hee. Transformers, TMNT, Star Wars, Star Trek, Bill and Ted, Disney, dinosaurs, Earl and Company, Doctor Who, Jurassic, G.I. Joe, Classified, Thunderbirds. Masterverse is just rolling. I mean, yeah, he's from Eternia. He opens up portals to different things, and he sticks his hand out of the portals and grabs what he likes. He leaves a couple pieces of gold though. And Ghostbusters. Yeah, definitely. Can't forget the Ghostbusters. I love me some real Ghostbusters. Awesome to hear some of your guys' collections. Absolutely.
Thank you. Appreciate sharing that. Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, Dark Crystal.
Bobby mentioned Black Star. I have a bunch of those old toys and would love a revised line of those.
Yeah, it would be great. I agree with that. Yeah, there's not that many, but yeah, it would be cool to have some Black Star stuff.
I think it would be really unique if somehow Mattel were to approach different properties that were similar to Origins, much like in the way that, they reached out to Wiley Eason and got the rights to do Sunman in the line and were to do Origin spinoffs like a Black Star or maybe even Thundar the Barbarian or something like that.
I love Thundar. Yeah, that's a great cartoon.
Oh man, so good.
It's awesome.
Seeing the incorporations of stuff like that, or even like Golden Lance, that was another cool cartoon like that. I think it would be really neat, but just all the working parts and whoever owns rights and stuff like that, it'd be tough to get, but it would be nice to see. In Thanos Copter said he'd be all in on a Golden Girl revival. I agree. If you guys don't know what we're talking about and you think we're talking about Betty White and B. Arthur and everything,
that's what I thought.
Golden Girl was a Princess of Power style toy line, dove a little bit more into the action-y side than just the dress ups with the girls. I mean, it had lots of that too, don't get me wrong. Had a whole like castle play set and everything like that was actually in a lot of ways more vast and bigger than the Crystal Palace. But it got killed off pretty quick. Like they didn't even Danny might have to remember but I believe that they only did they never even got like a full episode. They just got like a trailer for an upcoming show. But yeah, it was supposed to be its own thing and it was going to be really neat. And if you look it up and you look at the lines, they were really neat and interesting characters. A lot of neat stuff in there. And again, Masterversal's also mentioning he's adding Mythic Legions in there too. And Duchess has said, Bobby, I think your Planet of the Apes collection is really cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
Got to agree. Yeah, because I don't think Planet of the Apes gets enough love.
No, it definitely
really
doesn't.
glad you have it. I'm glad that you have that and you can do that. And yeah, he's agreeing. He caught the Mythics bug of Jesse and Sean and myself. Yeah, absolutely. Then agree, Planet of the Apes is one of my favorite movies.
It's one of the best of all time.
It really was. And it got more movies than most other franchises did at the time. And yet it still doesn't get the love.
Yep.
G.I. Joe Classy Bug caught off Mega J and Mad Hatter there. Don't blame you. G.I. Joe Classified's great. I've been resisting the urge to buy Croc Hunt or Croc Master for a while, and oh man, I really, really do want to get that because I want to do Croc Master. I want to give the leash and everything to my Beast Man and him get Fiona, the huge alligator.
Yeah.
And her 2 babies. Like, to me, they'd just be. I want it for the Beast. I don't actually want it for Croc Master himself, although he is a gorgeous figure. I will give him that. Pogs with Silver Slammers and 8-ball skeleton Pogs. Absolutely. You know what I'm talking about. Remember the Poison Slammers, too?
Yeah.
I try and avoid looking at Xerxes Studio Gladiator figures. So pretty, must resist. My wallet will slap me if I look at them. Yeah, I know what you mean. I just recently started looking at those and saw some, and they are really, really pretty. Because, like, one of the channels even voted, like, their female barbarian, like, one of the best. Or, no, it wasn't that. It was Mad Hatter's, sorry, not Mad Hatter. Flipper Frank's Flippies, where he gave awards for the most money Flipper Frank has made off of certain figures.
Yeah.
God, it's hilarious. But, yeah, he... apparently, he got quite a bit off of their female gladiator.
We've been on for 2 hours and 40 minutes.
All right. Well, that means we'll just finish up these last few comments and wrap it up for the night, guys, because this has turned into one of my long streams. And I don't have work tomorrow, but Bobby does.
Yeah, I do.
The Venom and Carnage that Ray has are technically Mexican bootlegs and got from the auction of for Masters Maniac Mexico, who is an awesome channel, and we haven't seen him here much in the lives lately. Hope he comes back. Oh no, Bobby, sir, it's all pre-backed and sliced into trays now.
I was probably talking about the meat.
Yeah, gotta be the meat.
Talk about the fist of.
Gotta be the fist of meat. So, oh, wait a minute. I didn't want to skip Ray's comment. Yeah, I couldn't remember his name, Nolan. And I actually boxed some stuff up recently. So see, even Thanos has had to pack things up and make room.
Yep.
So he's had to sell a few of his Jurassics to make room for more Mythics and sell some Star Wars X-Wing gaming miniatures to make room for the Star Wars Black Series.
Yeah.
Okay. Thundar would be great too. Glad to see we all get the support of everybody saying Thundar and Black Star need to be included in Masters. And I don't know how they could do it, but it would be nice to see some Warlords. But I know that's owned by DC. So I think actually technically that falls under the Warner Brothers label, which McFarlane would actually have the rights to make the Warlord figures. Oh man. McFarlane, Todd, I know we've hung out. We had a bite to eat after one of the GameStop conventions. If you're listening, you're watching this right now. I know you are. Talk to Mattel and see what we can do about getting some Warlord figures in a MOTU style. So I would like to see any major company take on the task of revised Centurions, Power Extreme, and Bionic 6. That's a lot right there. Here.
Yeah, Centurions is a good cartoon as well.
Centurions is really good. And as a matter of fact, again, check out Ramen Toy for his Machina lines. He's got Machina going on, and he's got some other stuff going on over there that you may like, Sir Clifton. So definitely go give him a check. And Brave Star would be pretty awesome to get in Origins. I agree. There's a lot of good stuff that would have fun with. Galoob is owned by Hasbro. That's true. Yeah.
So we wouldn't get Black Star.
Nope, wouldn't get that at all. Oof. And if we did get any Black Star toys, they would be ridiculously overpriced. Because that's what Hasbro does. I did collect a few McFarlane, Last Airbenders, Avatars, Aang Sokka. Is it? Yep, Papa. All right, I have so many lines I collected since childhood. I have the dolls from Beverly Hills 90210. Oh man, Mr. Yip, his flying bison there. That's right. That's Appa. And there were cartoon commercials and meant to be a series that was never made. Thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, he was talking about the Golden Girls. Cartoon commercials and meant to be a series, but never got made. It was a shame because that was a really cool concept. The price on those Xerxes have really jumped up. I agree. I got loads of the Xena figures to use the weapons for my MOTU. I was looking at that myself. Like even like the Hercules line from the 90s too. Like some of those weapons work well with MOTU. And Kenzo saying, geez, small room tonight. Well, yeah, it's not every week we have the big giant lineup, Ken. It's, Toy Frenzy is mostly just myself, Bobby, and Skelevator, and then we have guests come on. So seeing Mad Hatter's Crocmaster video review, that got me well hooked, sir, but Serpentor, that was all Jay. I agree. And figuratively speaking, saying, great show, guys. Oz and Bobby, good night. Good night, all. Absolutely.
Good night, man.
And Hatter had to do those shows. Mesco Turtles might have to jump on those, right? I agree.
Yeah.
Visionaries was something else we talked a little bit on Toy Connections this week. We were definitely all about talking about some Visionaries. We were talking mostly before the show, but Visionaries needs to make a comeback. Indeed, sirs, indeed. It's been a great stream there. Thank you, and good night there. And have a good day tomorrow and good journey, all.
Yeah, same to you, man. Thanks for being here.
Yep. And Kenzo, definitely want to say thank you for popping in. Sorry it's at the very end of us going on. But yeah, it's been about 3 hours now. So
yeah, it's long.
All right, everybody.
I can't do your marathons.
Yeah, no, mine
it's tough.
Intense.
Yeah.
Intense. All right, guys. Well, thank everybody for showing up. Absolutely appreciate you being here. Ronald,
everybody have a good new year. I know it's almost a weekend, but happy new year to everybody that stuck around here and stuff. So it's been awesome.
That's right. And definitely come back and check out Skelevator's tour of the gallery that he's doing this week, and it is really awesome. So we got the mini version. He's going to have the extended tour later.
Yes.
And Thanos is posting pictures. So, all right, guys. Everybody, see you. Well, I'll see you guys Saturday night on Ostradamus Toys Live.
I watch them.
Take care.
See you.
And then in 2 weeks' time, you'll be getting new Powers of Eternia.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. We got to record, don't we?
This upcoming weekend, I believe, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I haven't even talked to Adam yet. Okay. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Well, absolutely. See you later, everybody. Have a good night.
Everybody have a good night. Thank you.